Hello, Herd. How are you this Monday? I want to make sure that you are going to
present your ducks.
Welcome to the finale of Baldur's Gate, Descent into Avernus. I am your DM this evening, DM Gloss and Gadget, also known as Leonie. And I'm very excited. This game has been weeks in the making. And we're finally getting to it, and I'm very nervous and I'm very excited, and I just can't wait. I am with some of my favorite Goldhart people, and they're looking okay. I think they're also nervous because they don't know what's going to happen, and I kind of laid out a bunch of stuff. But before we get started, there's a bunch of stuff to tell you and some legalities to point out. While we love everything D&D, we're not affiliated, sponsored by, or specifically approved by Wizards of the Coast LLC. And to be honest, I barely use the D&D rules as it is. And actually, today I ripped off a lot of Cypher because I've been learning. While you are watching, you are accruing stags. Now, stags are special XP things that don't do much right now, but they will do really soon. I've recently taken some time out to reassess some things, and progress is being made on all my to-do lists, so that is great. You may notice that the bar below me that says it is 31% full, that is a special Goldhart chat bonus. If you fill it to 10,000 bits, we promise you to do a special Freaky Friday where everyone swaps characters, including the DM, because I don't want to be left out, where we're all going to play each other's characters. Not necessarily each other's characters, but more like our characters in each other's bodies, because that's what Freaky Friday is about. I'm going to take this off because it's actually irritating me. There we go. And yes, so that's what that is about. So if you donate with a bit or cheer, that bar will fill up. And of course, once we get to 10,000 bits, we'll do that. So some incentive for you. But on a more serious note, it may not surprise you that as a Black woman, we here support Black Lives Matter. Goldhart has made a special Tiltify campaign, that is the word I was trying to think about, where we are trying to raise $500, and we're going to just keep going at this for the rest of the year, because Black Lives Matter, not just Black History Month, not just when people are super angry. Black lives just matter, full stop. And I can't find my Tiltify link because my code is not working. I have now got it, so I'm going to drop that link in the chat right now. Please donate if you can, and thank you very much. Lastly, as well, we are very proud to announce that we have a sponsor. We are now sponsored by VZ3D Works, who make beautiful. Why are you making noises at me, Stream Deck? Absolutely beautiful 3D printed models That are both dice towers. We recently have done a dice tower giveaway. And these great cups. You may have watched my stream. Excuse the flowers in it. I have flowers in mine. Let me just bring my camera back. So this is a Mythic Mug cup printed by Arsponder 3Z3D, which I painted yesterday because I was in that kind of mood. And yeah. So that is that. Is there anything else I need to tell you? No, I think that is it. So while we get going, a quick summary, because it's been a month since we last paid and played. It's been a month. And so a quick recap of the last session. The session started with Kor'train. Kor'train was writing a letter. It wasn't specifically stated to who this letter was being written to, but it was updating the person it was being written to on the plan moving forward. At that point, Kor'train's friend, Lilani, came about and came in and asked Kor'train what they were doing. Kor'train said, I was actually just writing a letter, and then it was just scooped away quietly. But the Flaming Fist had managed to get together and call upon 25 trusted Flaming Fist captain, lieutenants, officers, foot soldiers together to siege upon the Vanthampurs villa. Kor'train got a little bit of a talking to on the art of warfare, as Commander Portyr wasn't taking any prisoners nor suffering any foolishness. This was important, and so was rescuing Kor'train's friends. Meanwhile, in the Fey Wilds, there was something afoot in the Astral Court. And the Astral Court had caught on that Navarre had been imprisoned, and this probably didn't look very good, having their princess captured, and it hurt their sense of pride. However, the king of the Feywild made himself look like a righteous arsehole and dismissed these claims. All the party is nodding, so I did my job there. And dismissed these claims, leaving one sister to fight for the honour of the Astral Court and save her nephew. Meanwhile, Felix took some time to speak to Pharrell, thinking about what to do for their situation. Felix took it upon himself to reach some inner peace and find the strength within themselves before managing to get out of their imprisonment and start sneaking around and helping the party come up to a plan. And then there was lots of what we will call heist shenanigans as the party prepared for their prison breakout. I do believe they made a makeshift bomb. I do believe they made some makeshift lockpicks and I think a weapon. I think a table leg is being used somewhere, maybe by a barbarian. I'm not too sure. Sorry, I've just seen chat. All it says is piss bomb, piss bomb, piss bomb. Lozu manages to find a place, summon his familiar Canis. They deal with the Chain Devil. And Juliet, the party's tag-along Sphinx kitten companion, does something quite unexpected. Not only do they manage to subvert and break the anti-magic field, but they also seem to change the location of the exit to the jail to be a room. This room inside, standing a man. A man who cast a imp-like shadow. This led Rhea, our Hellrider paladin, to gasp in shock. We can only assume that this man is Thaddeus Creed. And as we get ready to move over to what Kor'train is doing, because that's not necessarily where we ended the session, but that's where we're going to pick up the session. I'm going to set the scene for you once again. So, Kor'train, you were at the gates and you had discovered that the guards were undead.
Yes. We had come through.
You had come through, you had broken through the gate of the lock because nothing was happening. They were just standing there. You were talking to air.
Yeah, I threw like a rock and it just kind of swayed a bit, and I'm like,
Exactly.
I don't know about that. So as we see this, and because I believe I flew up to this fly over the gate because they were all taking too long trying to set up this ram, and I could just be like, I could just go over to the other side and just like unlock it. I see this and I just say to Portyr and the group next to me, they're all undead. This needs to be done now. I'm going to fly down, and if there's some kind of mechanism to open the gate on the other side, I'm going to like try and do it and just say, we need to get moving. Hurry up, all of you. And I like pointedly say this commandingly towards Portyr, not caring about their rank.
And as you touch the mechanism, you know, that gears whirring, clacking against metal type of noise, and the kind of gate starts to sink. I used to know what the portcullis, the portcullis bit starts to sink into the floor. You hear a terrible guttural before it seems like all the walls begin to move. And for brevity's sake, I'm going to have you roll me 3 initiatives.
Yeah. So we're not going to spend 50 million hours rolling for each individual 30 people on the board. We're not doing that? Okay.
No. We're going to do something really, really fun. And I will walk you through it. But first, can I have those initiatives for you, please?
Am I using any stats or just a flat D20 for initiatives?
Just a flat D20, please.
All right.
Because per cipher rules, you're the only one that does the rolling.
Yeah. All right then. So flat D20 then. It is 6, 9, and 12.
Okay, and just because this is the order that I have them, stealth team is 6. Distraction team is 9. And team frontline is 12. So how it's going to work is you have 3 groups of people, which I have given you the stats for in advance. And we have a tracker here, which unfortunately I didn't have time to make one for the chat. And basically, you are going to creatively tell me how you're going to win this siege using the various skills of each of these teams per round. And depending on whether you fail or succeed will determine on how you do. So, the undead army moves towards you. You count about 40 bodies shambling. And we're not talking like classic zombies that move forward. We're talking like 24 hours later, fast zombies.
The screamers.
Yeah, screaming, fast, move unnaturally kind of zombies.
Me as a person and as a game master, I appreciate this.
It was once described to me that way, and I was like, that's just how I'm going to see it now forever.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yes, they start to siege upon you as Frontline is first, which is the team you're part of. What would you like to do?
Kor'train flies up above them all, like 20 feet in the air, and just screams to Portyr and all of the front-line heavy armored individuals, and I just say, "Move forward! Attack! Attack!" And as they're running on, charging the enemy, that is that their first command is to hold the line.
Mm-hmm. Excellent. Okay, so they are holding the line. I would say that's an athletics check for me. Can you roll
Yes.
that so we can see if you fail with consequence, fail, deadlock, succeed, or succeed with boon?
Deadlock, 14.
Okay, so as both sides rush together, I imagine you fall back in line with your brothers and sisters in arms. And yes, it's just clash of bodies and armor and shields. And neither side's move. It's just that initial crash of bodies that you do whenever you see those epic battle fights. Moving on to team distraction. What would you like them to do?
As team destruction are going, and they're moving forward, and this screaming horde is pushing into the metal, iron, the flaming fist bodies. We see the stealth team rolling around the outside of the building, already climbing up the walls, having their gear and grappling hooks. We see them climb over, and I'm gonna have them do a pincer attack and come at the back of the group.
Oh, very nice, very nice. I would say that is a survival check. Would you not?
Yes, I would say so. Ooh, 23.
That is a success with boon. Excellent. So on my tracker, there are 10 spaces. You get 2 checks. Your boon is this. You half, as your stealth team come up behind to get the zombies, the enemy number are halved as they just fall to the wayside to the daggers and short swords of your friends who've now come up behind them. And you manage to push them back into the main courtyard.
How I imagine this is that because these were screaming, running zombies, that the ones at the front were the more hearty ones. So the ones at the back were the weaker. So they're the ones that get cut down, and they were the majority. So those are the ones that kind of fallen by the wayside. And as we are pushing them back into the courtyard, we see the sprawling metal stone. There's probably a fountain and some beautiful landscaping with the garden that's being now covered with blood and grime. I want to kind of rise up into the air and do a kind of massive whistle.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm guessing because, this is a fantasy world and we are the heavy militia of this city and have lots of money, I want to have the team distraction kind of ride in on not griffins, because I kind of feel we're more ghetto than griffins. So any kind of like ghetto flying animal that we could get.
Like a pigeon griffin.
Yeah, like a pigeon griffin, right?
Griffins that don't look like eagles, they look like pigeons.
They're just grimy.
There is a nice thread of trash griffins somewhere. Yeah, these are like the rejects from Waterdeep. I'm all for this.
Mm-hmm.
This is where they send the trash griffins. Okay, you can certainly do that. I would say that's an animal handling check.
Yeah.
So what are Team Distraction distracting with? What they're going for?
So I got 25, I got not 20. So I think with these unnatural zombies, I think they have more awareness. So I think what's happening is that we're firing kind of flaming arrows, and this heat and intensity is actually kind of holding some of them back because they're more slightly aware than the slower or the kind of brain dead ones, and that's kind of stopping them advancing to some degree.
Okay. They have now fallen well back from the wall. You have half their numbers, and because you got a natural 20, I'm about to give you your extra boon. Your extra boon is this: with all the commotion going around the villa. Obviously, it's not the only villa in this part of town. There are others, and you have caught the attention of some of the noble neighbours of House Vanthampurs. And obviously, the Vanthampurs haven't made many friends. And so, to your ranks, you add house militias from 3 other families, which totals into 10.
Nice. What benefits did that give?
It will give you benefits later that you will need.
Okay. House team go, I'm gonna write.
Trust me, you're gonna want these. You're gonna want allies at your side.
Yeah. I make sure I'm the one who kind of greets them as because I'm already in the air and I see them rushing to our aid, so I greet them and I get them to kind of like join the fray as the kind of commanding force in this area. Screw you, Portyr.
So you have pushed them in. You are practically back at the front of the house, almost in the entranceway into that foyer that you first came into when you first visited here. I do believe that is top of the round. Team Frontline, what are you doing?
So with them successfully kind of scattered and spread, I'm going to have the entire unit kind of cut into the middle and see if we can kind of cut the line down the middle and have them spread out to 2 sides. So no longer this kind of mass horde, but now kind of pushing back into the edges. So I think since this is kind of like a show of strength, I guess in con, because they're kind of be pushing and shoving most of it rather than kind of cutting down.
Okay, I'll accept.
Yeah. Go. Ooh, it's an 8. So fail.
Yes. Give me just a second. Trying to do multiple things. Haha. That's what happens when you're a showrunner. And there we go. Fixed. Okay, yes, so a fail. Unfortunately, you lose 1 step back from your tracker. However, you notice that there are probably more bodies in the house, and as you're in this foyer, it's just like you just start seeing bodies toppling from the top of banisters and coming out of rooms. And so as you're trying to divide and conquer, so to speak, there are things falling on top of you and kind of adding to the chaos, which is why you fail this round. Next up.
Next up is Team Distraction, because they got a 9. So I think what's happening with Team Distraction is as we have the ghetto griffins GG's flying over, distracting and spreading out with a kind of fire. We see the others on the ground. They're more lightly armored in cascading kind of reds and amber colors and oranges of the flaming fist. And we see them as these bodies are falling down, doing intense abjuration magic as they're trying to block the soldiers on the ground, so these fallen bodies roll off a shield, not onto a soldier.
Roll me an Arcana check, please.
Yeah. 24.
Nice. So, Team Distraction casts this protective shield over the flaming fist brethren that you have alongside you. And you see the bodies just kind of, whoops, try not to elbow my bit of sound effects for you. So, yes, the body slams into your microphone and
Jeff,
rolls
no!
off. And rolls off to the side. And you are now pushing them back into the living room.
As we're pushing them back into the living room, I'm going to have the stealth team come up, and as they're doing this, I'm going to have them. Oh man! So I saw Navarre go through the secret entryway. So what I'm going to have to do as this is happening, I'm going to have the stealth team break off and make their way, go on ahead down the secret passage, just a scout, and make sure we're not going to get people coming up to us, just like these bodies were.
Okay. Roll me a stealth check. See if they can slip away.
21.
Very nice. Very nice. So, yes, they totally managed to break away from the crowd and managed to find the mechanism, slip away. Your boon is this: there is no Balor in this room.
Yeah.
Or beyond the door, which is where I was going to put it if you failed. So your boon was that I was nice to you. Right. Top of the line. You are in the living room. You are having a epic battle with about 15 zombies now. Because you are winning. You are winning this siege. You'll get in there. Stealth team is off. What would you like to do?
Stealth team is a go. So I think what we're going to be doing is as we're kind of going through and we're in this room, instead of it being just this cluster of soldiers and cluster of zombies going, we see our front line start fanning out to a semicircle. As the zombies are rushing into us, they have to spread out to kind of hit all of us, and with that fitting of the spread, we're able to cut down a lot easier rather than it just being a push of bodies. So I would like to think that this is like kind of like an athletics to kind of get across and move across the battlefield effortlessly.
So I have it down here that you have already used athletics.
Oh, did I?
Yeah, at the beginning.
Oh, okay. So so insight then, I guess, is the next one, right? So I think then with this, I think what we find then is that the actual zombies are not sporadic like normal zombies. They have a purpose and they seem to be almost like puppets. So they have a set of like motions that they do. So they charge and then another one comes to grab and then another one will come to pile on. So I think we've learned their tactics and are trying to predict what they're doing through this routine.
And you're going to pass that through the ranks. I love it. Please roll me that very tactical insight check.
Yeah. I got a 13 on that one.
Tolan. Yes, that probably would happen. What did you roll? A 15, did you say?
13.
A 13. That is a deadlock.
Indeed.
So because there is so much chaos and swinging bodies, obviously you are a mercenary group. You're not necessarily an army. And so a little bit of telephone is happening at this point. So things are starting to get a little bit twisted and warped. The general message is getting there, but not enough that it gives you an advantage.
I'm just imagining like the differences. It was like, you're dancing on the roof, what? That's stealth team, tag team, right? Team distraction.
Team distraction, please.
So I think what's happening right now, as everything is kind of going on, we are having a bunch of our people drop down, pull back. So I think we have the kind of medics come in, dragging people out, hurling them through firefighter style. And we see one group go to a window and it's like break the glass, and they're like hurling bodies out to get like a good triage section going. And just trying to bandage people up to get them back into the fight.
Okay. I like it. Please roll me that medicine check.
Oh, 16. Which is a success.
Okay. Oh, good. You have now like broken through. You're starting to push them into this narrow corridor going down into the dungeon. So it's close quarters now. Things are going to get a little bit harder. Because of the terrain change, I am going to give team stealth advantage, but team frontline disadvantage.
Nice.
Okay. So it's now team stealth's team. So team stealth broke off and they headed down into the dungeon. And when I first brought you into the complex that was underneath the Vanthampur villa, I described it as this kind of connected square with rooms that branch off everywhere. How would you like team stealth to go about their business? Because this place is not exactly quiet. A kind of activity has picked up here.
So I think what's going to be happening is they're going to be listening to what's going on. Leilani is leading them, and I think what's happening is that they all have their equivalent of like silence weapons. They go like out their bows. Which is like equivalent of like a sniper rifle in most fantasy games.
I would personally say the crossbow.
I don't know. I just really like a bunch of like stealth agents like holding their bows though. Just like
you
in
can have
my
a bow.
mind.
Yeah, you can have a bow. This is your scene. I'm not going to. I'm just saying personally. For me, it would be
No,
crossbows.
no crossbows. I hate them.
Okay.
But yeah, so they're there, and I think what's happening is that they're not doing anything, and they're letting, maybe there are now some of these cultists or guards, they're going to run up. Maybe some of these like lower end devils are running up. They let a good handful go through, and then they all kind of turn around as they're all running down the corridor, and they all just let loose their arrows as the people are running down.
Nice. In the back.
Yeah.
Okay. So what would you like to use for this?
So I think for this, so since it's been different rounds, has the options reset?
Not yet. No.
Okay. So then I think for this, then I think we see them all on the roofs. There it is, kind of like rafter roofs where we just see the wooden beams, and they're all kind of climbing and sneaking on top of these beams, or holding themselves up with like their legs spread out against the wall, or like holding on to the side, like very like ninja-esque style. And you see one of them like bend down, upside down, hold out the small bow. I think acrobatics for this.
Yeah. Do it.
Okay, that is a 15.
So you definitely managed to thin out the numbers, but it doesn't necessarily. Oh no, 15 is a success. Sorry, I read the wrong thing. 15. Sorry, I thought that was a deadlock. No, you definitely managed to stop them from thickening out the numbers up top where team distraction and frontline are trying to push back, and because of this, you managed to cut down some more and push them a little bit further. You are now in the main compound of the Vanthampur villa.
So I think with the has it reset? Is the round reset?
Yes, it's reset now.
So I think what happens is that as we're in the main complex, we see Kor'train just going forward, leading Portyr, and I think we go to a section where it's almost like gladiator style. So there's like a top section where you can look down into like a smaller section, and there's like a bunch of like bodies there. So it's almost like whatever this kind of sewer entrance is, but it's like this square kind of room. And on the bottom section, we just see like a whole load of like the front line smash up against what looks to be these like zombies and whatever these like cultist guards are like wearing. And the camera's kind of like top view down. We're all just like clashing against them, holding the line as people are fighting behind them. So I think Constitution on this.
Okay, but with disadvantage.
Yes. Disadvantage. Oh god. Oh god. Natural 1, 6.
Well, it's only a fail. It's not a fail with consequence.
Mm-hmm.
But,
1 to 5 is fail with consequence.
yeah, no, and you got 6, right?
Oh yeah. Okay. Natural 1. I was just like natural 1. I don't know.
So yeah, you use the skill. So yeah, it's just it's just a fail.
Okay.
Okay. So you are now in this grand, almost like hall-like area. You know, there's like a lower bit and an upper bit, and you've kind of got like a whole fight, and it's getting very swashbuckler up in here.
Yeah.
Some of your army are not quite built for this type of thing. They're used to brawling in the streets. They're not necessarily sieging buildings, and this is why you are pushed back, especially since here you have a bulk of demons. You even see Thurstwell across the hall from you. At his side, his smirking, good-looking brother, Amric. And every imaginable and mentionable demon is also here. And with this final push, I say final, there's 2 more checks until you win the siege, because you're starting to be pushed back, you know. It's that wave of bodies. You see Thurstwell getting further away as you're being pushed back.
Thurstwell!
What would you like to do, please?
Nice. Oh, I sent you a message in the thing in the Zoom.
Yes.
So I think what's happening now is that we see the team distraction go in, and because we have a good medical kind of connective group, and we also have good alchemists as well. I think they start throwing down what looks to be like some like flashbangs and some smoke grenades, just to kind of have that area go up. I think Kor'train as well is also flying up, giving up some orders at the same time. So medicine, I think, for this.
Okay, I love it. Do it.
All right, 23.
That's it. That's all the checks. You are now fully inside this hall. The smoke and flashbangs seem to scatter the enemy, but they also seem to scatter your comrades as fighting starts to break out into smaller groups, more manageable, rather than just one giant horde against another, just kind of pushing each other back and forward. This is now a concentrated battle of all sides. You see Thurstwell up on the landing, surveying the damage, because the battle's happening high, low, everywhere. You find yourself back to back with Commander Portyr. Thurstwell, just 60 foot away from you.
Thurstwell. Yeah, so I think as we see this, we're fighting me and Portyr. There's a moment where I almost get hit and Portyr drags me down and slashes the person. They pull me up. I kill someone who's about to stab Portyr in the back. It's just very kind of like, it's like very cinematic moments where there's there slashing people, and then I do a whistle, and as I do a whistle, as we're all fighting all these things, we see the stealth crew up on the rafters with all their kind of arrows pointed down, and as the whistle goes out, some of the fighting stops. I turn around and I thrust my arcane eldritch weapon through Portyr. There we go. Welcome back, Commander. And I slice down and let her go. And the other arrows then fall into the rest of the frontline team. And I fly up over the Thurstwell. Was that enough for you?
Good job. Thank you for keeping me appraised.
You're welcome.
There's just one missing piece now. And Baldur's Gate will be mine.
Ours.
Of course, of course.
Good. Lelani, don't let any survive. We need a new group to rebuild the Flaming Fist.
You see Lelani up on the rafters, pull down the dark coverings for their stealth mission. Bring on a new era, I say. And as you are picking off the last of the Flaming Fists, elsewhere, do you need a moment, Carl? Should we go to break so you can scream and shout? I don't mind having an early break.
It's a really unfortunate typo.
Oh, I completely thought that was intentional.
He'll screenshot it. I mean, yes, and the other thing. There you go, save forever. Put it in our Discord chat. So, elsewhere in the compound, well, a little bit before the siege, you're not aware of this happening just yet. Just yet. I'm going to set the scene for you once again. When we ended our session, and I spent all that time looking for it. There we go. Wrought iron candlesticks topped with flickering candles light this room, which is heated by a cast iron stove with clawed feet. Wrong one. There we go. This room contains 4 wooden tables with 2 small wooden coffers atop of each one. Hanging on the wall opposite is a beautiful golden shield. Standing in front of the shield, in plain garments, carrying a lit candlestick. As he turns to face the door, you see that his shadow on the far wall doesn't match his form. It instead appears to be a shadow of a pudgy, horned, winged fiend. And as this person turns towards you and lowers down, their hood, because they're wearing cultist robes, so that's what cultist robes look like, they have hoods. Rhea lets out a gasp. What would you like to do?
Do I see this as we walk in? We all see it?
Yeah, you all see it's their brightest day.
Hi, my name's Lozu.
Are we out yet? Where are we?
No, we're just somewhere different.
Greetings.
You have exactly 2 seconds to tell me why your shadow does not match your figure before I blast you into the next century.
I'm just going to start walking around the area, just taking a few paces.
The Vanthampurs. They seek to control and trick everyone. And so they curse me with this stupid shadow.
What is that thing, and do you want me to get rid of it?
What?
It's an illusion.
You are the
And
shadow.
he like raises his arms, and the shadow raises his arms, but it's obviously not a shadow of a man.
The shadow's the illusion, or you're the illusion?
16 insight.
I try to sense if there is evil afoot.
Can I make an investigation check?
Okay, so we have one insight. I think, well, Paladin is using divine senses. Just wanted to clarify. and Lozu, what are you investigating?
With your permission, may I search you?
They can, Thaddeus Creed consents. You may certainly search them. Okay, for your insight, Navarre, you can't tell if this person is lying or telling the truth. They're keeping their cards very close to their chest. They're either hiding something or they're just cagey because the Vanthampurs.
Great.
Divine senses. Bear with me. You...
Sorry, I'm not muted.
Celestial fiend or undead is what I can
I'm just
gather.
double checking.
Ah.
No, you definitely don't sense any. No, I'm just looking at the party. No, you sense celestial, but you don't sense fiend or undead.
Oh, that's new.
What's new?
He feels good.
What?
I don't know, warm and glowy. Like kind of the opposite, like your little skeleton dudes down the cellar. Like the literal opposite. Very alive.
What are you doing down here?
The Vanthampurs captured me as soon as I entered the city.
Oh, no. Well, no, you're freed. You can come with us.
I don't...
The Duke said she wanted my help to assess this shield and ascertain of its magical properties. She said she acquired it from a crypt under the city.
And what is it?
As far as I can tell, it's just a plain old shield.
Well, then you won't be needing that. Tolan will walk up and grab the shield. It's a shield.
Can I at least look at it before you go grabbing things that might be questionably magical?
He's just the nice Chloe person just said it's not magical, so
I literally just met this man 30 seconds ago. I don't trust him as far as I can throw him, which will not be very far.
And
Yes,
I thought we learned our lesson a long time ago about touching things without checking on them
This is
first.
to me- ugh, whatever.
this is not an evil
I
thing.
certainly haven't. You go right ahead, Tolan.
Tolan with the golden shield in hand. I don't see what you're getting at. It's not a skeleton or a creepy book, it's a shield.
26 Arcana.
This shield is definitely magical. In fact, Navarre, you get a sense of sentience from it.
Put that down right now.
Yes, Caro Fomfy, put it back. Sorry, Carol Comfy.
It is alive. What do you mean it is not magical? Are you fucking blind? Look at it. I'm turning to
Thaddeus Creed.
Impy Boy. Yeah.
And
I
I'll just
rolled
be
in.
standing directly behind him, like uncomfortably, probably staring at his shoulder blades.
Yeah.
I rolled an 18 on my investigation check, and while I'm checking to make sure he has nothing sharp on him, I'm also poking his shadow with my shadow.
Does your shadow do anything special to his shadow? I feel like that's an important question I should ask you.
Well, I don't know if his shadow does anything special if my shadow touches it, but my shadow doesn't normally do anything yet.
Okay. Okay.
Yet.
That's an unsettling sentence.
Torlin will turn to the shield, go, hello, I have heard you are sentient. Can you talk?
I'll lay a hand on it because, of course, I will.
Don't hear anything from the
It's not
shield.
sentient, it can't talk.
Felix and party, you do note that Rhea does move from the party and approaches Thaddeus Creed. Stands very close.
To Ray, I say, he has nothing sharp on him. You have nothing to be worried about.
Of course I have nothing to worry about. He is the keeper.
He's
My
also
lord.
apparently blind.
Oh, we have been looking for you everywhere. Have you seen the others? And then conversation breaks up between them where he says no, he has not seen the others. Goes on to explain. He's been kept in a room. He has a room not far from here. And yes, no, he has no weapons that you can find in this. And his shadow does nothing special.
Carol Comfy, you say it's magical. Is it dangerous? Because that would be all the more the reason not to keep it here.
Navarre has reached out and laid a hand on it and is listening.
I try to do the same thing, which will accomplish nothing.
Don't touch it. I slap your hand away gently. It's like is the weakest slap.
Yes, Carol Comfy.
Noodle slap.
Navarre, in your mind you hear,
Hello.
Yeah, hello. What do you want? What are you doing here? What are you? What are you?
My name is Goose.
Gargauth. I just saw people grabbing pens. I just thought I'd carry it.
That audio filter is terrifying, but I also can't understand a word you're saying.
Okay, I set the scene. You can imagine it. So it says, "Hello, my name is Gargauth."
What is your purpose?
I am a god.
Okay, you are a shield, but alright.
I was trapped in this.
By who?
They are long dead. They call themselves Knights of the Hidden Lord.
Yeah, 20 on religion. I have no idea who this is, do I?
No. This is someone who probably had a cult.
Great.
Not necessarily a god.
Okay, talking sentient evil shield. Right, then you're okay, nobody touch this thing.
Wait, don't go. I haven't had anyone intelligent to talk to for some time.
What do you want?
I'd like to go home.
And where is home?
The 7th level of hell.
Yeah, we're probably not the people to take you there, but you can come with me if you want.
It'll be advised. You see, this used to be a celestial shield, and I sent a picture in the Discord.
Yee.
This is a very beautiful shield. Kind of got this kind of flaming motif. And as you're kind of like looking at it, Navarre, you see the snarling face? It almost smirks.
Cool. Yes, I'm not going to hell, but you're probably dangerous in the hands of anyone else.
Oh, quite true, quite true. You see, all of Baldur's Gate's misfortunes is because I was cursed and put in this celestial shield.
Yeah, you should probably stay in there.
It matters not what city you take me to. You can take me to the White Mage Towers of Silvery Moon or the Grand Walls of Waterdeep, and they would all end like Baldur's Gate.
Oh, good. Okay, I take my end of the shield. That's spooky. I will explain to the party what I have just heard.
Then we can't leave it here if it's an evil thing.
Oh yeah, no, we absolutely can't leave it here. It's quite evil. I'm a god. I have ruined cities. If you take me anywhere, I will also ruin cities. So the only thing to do is this stupid thing is to either destroy it or put it to some sort of use.
It's a shield. It's metal. We can throw it into the sea. Then it can curse underwater cities.
That seems like a bad idea. The sea elves make it angry, and you do not want to piss off the sea elves.
True. Shall I just carry it for the time being?
Absolutely not. Put it in a bag and don't talk to it.
Why would I talk to a shield?
Because it will talk back to you.
Well, if it hasn't anything more intelligent to say.
Lozu, do you know anything about a gargoose? Navarre just turns. Gargus, I'm mispronouncing it. It is not easy to say in common. Hey, what language etymologically speaking? Wow. What language is that name in?
That name would be in Primordial.
That is a language. Guess I don't speak it. Cool. Does anybody speak Primordial here?
Nope. Is that a dialect of dwarf?
No.
And no.
Weirdly, no.
If you speak any of like the Aquan languages or the
Deep speech. Sylvan?
Trying to remember them off the top of my head.
Aquan,
Aquan,
Ignan.
Ignan. Yeah, thank you. Those. If you speak any of those, you can get away with speaking Primordial.
That's nature bullshit. We don't do that here.
I speak Sylvan. I speak Sylvan, but it won't help here.
Yeah.
So
This is the urban campaign.
I'm just looking at this field stat. What languages
about
does it speak? Oh, it can speak a few.
Yeah.
neat. I was asking specifically the origin of the name
Yeah.
the god gave me, but I don't think Navarre would know that.
That's a 17 for religion check on Garguth.
So you would have a bit more luck. Because of your circumstances and how you like to gather information and share them with your parent. You know of a story of Garguth the Eternal, also known as Garguth the Hidden Lord. And one day Garguth disappeared in battle. No one knows whatever happened to them.
And where is said shield now?
It's right there.
I think it's just like hanging out on the floor because no one's allowed to touch it.
Do you know anything,
Oh.
Nosy?
Yes, he's missing in action, which is very bad for devils. Yes, for devils and for demons, but in this case for devils, since he wants to go back to the seventh hell.
You're not going there.
My search is for knowledge, entirely unconnected to any cult activity. Has sort of given me some insight on this particular deity, and it's probably very helpful if we find a way to have him not in Baldur's Gate or anywhere on the prime material plane for that matter.
There's a lot in the Feywild, but that seems like a terrible idea.
And no, I think definitely he should go back to hell.
Well, that's great, because if we don't hurry up and stop this nonsense, that's where we're all going to end up.
That's true. We need to find our things.
So
Yes.
if
One moment. Rhea, you called Flavius the Keeper?
well, then he can keep the shield.
The
You just-
Keeper of... You've been the one protecting this?
I'm actually the keeper of the companion. But
The companion.
this thing was brought to Uterel. And it's this thing that caused its downfall. If I am ever to see my people again, I must unlock its secrets.
How are you going to unlock it if you didn't even realize its power?
I didn't say the Vanthampurs were smart, and nor did I claim that I was smart.
Well,
I was just trying.
Well, it's lucky you happened upon some very smart people.
I might not be one of them, but Navarre and Lozu sure are.
Don't discount yourself.
So this thing is a god, you say? Because you were talking loudly amongst yourselves.
Oh, yes.
It fancies itself a god.
He's known as the Hidden Lord. He disappeared from battle from a very, very, very long time ago.
Mm-hmm. And how do we get Uterel back?
That's a great question. From what I've heard, wherever this shield is, there is always misfortune. I would hesitate to say that you getting back Uterel has maybe everything or nothing to do with the shield. Oh. What?
DM.
Sorry.
Sorry, go ahead.
Navad, did it ask you to do anything?
Wants to be taken back to the seventh layer of hell.
Well, there's a deal you could make to get Uterel back.
Do you want me to ask it, or?
If you would.
DM, while they're having their side conversation, I rolled a 24 on stealth to go touch the shield.
Okay, cool.
So
we're just gonna pause the conversation there because we had about 5 minutes of conversation.
Yeah.
So
I didn't want to interrupt everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you've got 5 minutes with the shield.
You bring the downfall of anywhere you're at.
It is the curse. And
Is
I
that
want
what
to
you
end
want?
it. No. This is not how it's meant to be.
How do we get it to stop? How do we save Baldur's Gate?
Take me out of Baldur's Gate. Take me to where I'm supposed to be. On the front lines.
How do I get there?
These people have been probing me for information for days. Candlekeep. They said the way to get there was Candlekeep.
Candlekeep. You see that dwarf over there?
Hmm.
The only reason I'm going to trust you at all is because I need to save this city for him. You don't mess with him, you don't fuck with him. And if you can promise that, and you swear on any name that you have, I will take you home.
That's a promise.
Okay.
So
So I'll stop talking and just lift this shield up and take it over to Torlum.
Wait,
We have a deal.
you what?
What? What is our deal?
Candlekeep. We have to get it to Candlekeep. I'll take
That's
it
not-
home, and it won't affect this place.
You say you say that it cursed Baldur's Gate, boy.
It curses anywhere it is. It's not its choice.
Then this is our quest. We will go to hell and bring it and set it where it belongs, so it can't hurt anyone else. Well done. Give it to me, and I will carry it into battle. It seems that's where it wants to go, right?
Actually, what in the actual fucking hell are any of you fucking doing? I can't believe you were all so incredibly stupid. There's this burst of infernal from Navarre.
Caro Cromfy, the lessons weren't that long. I can't follow. Can you please speak more slowly?
I
I
will speak
really
in
don't
Dwarvish.
understand.
I will wheel around and speak to in Dwarvish to you.
Mhm.
It's lying!
Of course it is lying, but I don't think it's lying about the curse. I mean,
It could be back to common because Navarre's Dwarvish is terrible. You know what? Fine, do whatever you like. Take the shield, listen to it, stupid promises. See what
Caro-
happens.
Caro Cromfy, would you say it's a good idea to leave it here?
Of course not.
Would you say it is a wise idea to leave it in this city? There's a demon inside it, or devil, or whatever.
I need to sit down and research it. I can cast spells on
Good.
it. I
Then
can
we
see
will.
what's...
Then we will take it.
Do we
with
have
us.
time for that?
No, we don't. That's the problem. We need to
That's-
find our things and get out of here. You are very fetching with a chair in your hand, but it is not going to kill many people.
By the way, Loser, you do just notice your tentacle rods just like... Oh, remember I described a bunch of chests in this room? It's just like...
Oh
behind
yes,
one.
I jump on it. Lay pounce.
So, while they're all having that, I'm just going to walk behind Navarre and whisper, not everybody has to go there. I only made the deal for myself.
Navarre will spin around to face you.
In Elvish only.
And speak to you in Elvish.
Yeah.
I'm not about to let you go down there by yourself. And if he finds out, and I kind of glance at Torlin, I don't quite look at him. If he finds out, he'll never forgive you.
Okay.
No, not okay. And I'm not going to let you go down there by yourself. We either go together or we don't go at all.
Well, I've never been to hell,
Neither have I.
but I've been a lot of places, and I It's easier to take care of myself than others.
You need to let other people take care of you too. You said we were family. All of us are. So you don't get to make decisions that leave all of us behind. Felix, please don't go by yourself.
We should get a move on.
Right, put this stupid shield in a bag. Let's is that your stuff?
Losey turns around with tentacle umbrella. Yes, it is our stuff.
Oh, Caesar.
Oh, excellent.
Oh, thank goodness. Oh, golly.
Finally, Norman clothes made of metal. I'm not being naked anymore.
Let's get these boxes open and get armed and get upstairs before anything else stupid happens.
Okay. So, as well as finding all your gear, Tolan, it's going to take you 10 minutes to put your armor on. But also, it's going to take you 10 minutes to attune to the shield if you are so choosing to wield it. I recommend it so, but then I'm the DM, and do you really trust me?
No, but I will first try to put on the armor. Worst case is I will bind the shield to my back somehow.
Oh, so I can't give you this amazing stat block of what the shield can do?
I will cast Identify on it as a ritual while we wait, because I don't have armor.
It's this armor thing.
Wizard!
Lucretia, can you help me with my armor? Because then it's only
Of course will help Torlin. I of course will help you put on your armor. Help that go a little bit faster.
Just hold still.
The shield has 3 charges. You can use an action to expend 1 chance to cast Fireball, or 2 charges to cast Wall of Fire. The Wall of Fire spell lasts for 1 minute, no concentration required. The shield regains all expended charges daily at dawn. And any time at your turn, the shield can choose to radiate an aura of dread for 1 minute. Any creature hostile to you that starts its turn within 20 feet of the shield must make a DC 18 Wisdom saving throw, or on a failed save, the creature is frightened until its start of its next turn. On a successful save, the creature is immune to the power of the shield for the next 24 hours. Once the shield uses this power, it can't do so again until the next dawn. You, of course, get your usual armor class increased by 2. There are no curses. Oh, you also get resistance to fire damage.
I would love to attune it, but I feel like, do we spend 20 minutes here? Because I think I'm the one taking
I do it
longest.
10. I do it 10. I don't do 20 tuning.
No. What I meant is I need 10 minutes to strengthen my armor, and I can't tune the shield in the same time while I put on my armor, right?
Well, 15, you're being helped.
Yeah.
I'm casting Identify on it, so I can tell you what it does.
So you at least have that long before your armor's on.
Okay, but if the party waits, I will try to attune it. Because it seems like helpful, and we lost very badly last time we fought anything here.
Mm.
So it might be worth the time if it's as powerful as you say, Nava.
Yeah.
It is a dangerous artifact, but...
I'm a paladin. I think I'm the most protected from any bad effects.
It's not allowed to hurt you.
You are also the most vulnerable. This thing will lie to us. It will hurt you. It will abandon you. It will do whatever it pleases whenever it pleases. It wants to get its way. That is the way of devils.
Then I know what to expect. And that's not so different from most people I work with. You people aside.
But if we are trying to get out of here to go to Candlekeep, I guess we're going to need all the help we can get. We already ran into 2 devils up in the house. Demons, whatever. Anything that can help us.
We can help us. Just
I tried really hard to take down that whatever it was, and
well, Kor'train, it was a mess. We weren't expecting it. We were divided. If we had been together, I bet we could have taken that thing. However, discussion is also the better part of valor, and sometimes we just need to run away.
yeah.
Caro Grumpy, if you advise that we leave it alone, I will bind it to my back and carry it out of here and just safeguard it. I will bow to your wisdom.
Don't listen to its lies. Wield it for its power, but do not do anything it says until we have thoroughly investigated it.
I understand.
That is that face. I am face blind, and I know that expression on Leonie's face.
I will attune it.
Oh boy, this can't go badly.
This will be amazing.
Oh, I just want you to attune it because I want to have a sentient item that I can play and hang out with. and join
Talon
in
doesn't see the
fun.
danger. Dom really wants to have a devil talking to Talon because that will be fun.
I just love
I
how
want to
you,
have...
I just love how you keep calling it a devil. Like that's what it says in the book. It's not what it says in my notes.
I call it a devil because I was told it's a devil.
I will turn to Felix briefly and speak to him very, very quietly in Elven, like in the undertone of, "Hey, we both have language bullshit passive perception." There we go.
Yeah.
And I will actually attempt to make eye contact with you, which is rare for Navarre. Hey, don't run off on your own, okay? He needs you. We all need you. You're stronger than any of us, and you're faster.
I am faster. Yeah, I'm gonna help.
Promise you won't leave without telling us.
And at least say goodbye.
You better. All right, let's get out of here. Don't like this place. Where's Muliette?
There's a big gold tassel on a red cloth that's just draped over one of the things, and she's just on her back.
I will pick up the cloth and the tassel and the cat.
Excellent. By the way, in the treasure boxes, which is with your stuff, you find money. There's a ton of money. 2 pieces of a broken ceremonial dagger, and it is carved ivory blade bearing draconic runes. That if anyone needs draconic, quick check draconic. Did I write that down on my cards? No, I did not. I didn't do languages for some stupid reason. We'll do that next time. No draconic from anyone.
I don't think so.
You
Me.
don't know it. Oh, okay. Fang. It says fang. And
Okay,
along
cool.
with a bone hilt wrapped in leather strips and studded with gemstones.
Neat.
Loads more money, like platinum pieces we're getting into now. And 20 azurite gemstones.
I'd rub these people blind. Put whatever those are in that bag.
I'm sorry, what?
We are hobbling these people blind.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
You said
Yeah,
a bone knife, or was that a sword, or?
It's a dagger. A ceremonial dagger.
I lied. I don't speak Draconic. Sorry, wrong wizard.
Oh, okay. No. Then you don't know what it says. It just has draconic runes on it. It looks cool.
Interesting. I have to look at it later.
It looks cool and like a weapon. I may.
It's broken.
Yes. It's broken, but I'm fascinated by it, and I will.
You may certainly take it. And with that, I think it's time for our first break.
Ah!
So thank you everyone for all the bits, all the subs, all the follows. It's been absolutely amazing. We are so thankful to all of you. We're going to have a quick break, and then you join us for the final bit of Season 1, Descent into Avernus. Don't go anywhere.
Of course, the bad guy.
Duh. Everyone's face was so good.
It was so good. Anyway, we're now going to go deliriously laugh behind scenes. See you in a bit, everyone.
Already
Hello, Herd. We are back. Am I unmuted? There we go. I can see my chatbot working. And in Goldhart tradition.
Present your ducks.
So, welcome back. We've just come back from a break. A quick recap. Kor'train sieged the villa in a most epic mass battle and did very, very well, pushing the Vanthampurs undead forces back into the house, into this grandiose, large, very large enough to say hold a huge creature, maybe a huge monstrosity. I'm not sure. We'll see. And there was a twist. Kor'train revealing that those letters that you may have seen on our... Oh, no, they're not on our Patreon. Coming soon to our Patreon. And, of course, in the actual games themselves, letters that Kor'train had been writing were actually being written to Thurstwell. Kor'train revealing that they are indeed working for the bad side for their own motivations. To seize control of course, the Flaming Fist and Baldur's Gate, because I guess Kor'train believes that only they can truly bring order to this city. And the party freaked out elsewhere, but they don't know yet. No, they don't know yet. Because they were speaking to Thaddeus Creed and Rhea, and also a sentient shield that is totally not a pit fiend. And I'm not saying this with a poker face, because you all know I don't have a poker face. It's not a pit fiend. It's not a fiend at all, because the paladin did do divine senses and didn't pick anything up. I wonder what it could be. But who knows? We'll find out. The party is geared up. By the way, there were some potions in that stash as well. Enough for you to have one now and enough for you to have one later, party. I forgot to mention that. So heal up because we're about to begin. Very good. But before we do, there's just some important things I'd like to go over. It's important to note while we love everything D&D, we're not affiliated, sponsored by, specifically approved by Wizards of the Coast. And as you know, I play loose and fast with the rules. And today I'm using a lot of stuff that I learned in Cypher System, my mass combat rules being inspired by them, and a little bit of Out of the Abyss as well, because that has a fun little mechanic in there. And also we have a sponsor now. Yay, we have a sponsor, VZ3D, who make absolutely amazing props, printed props, 3D printed props, just to be nice and specific. You may have seen me painting some cups yesterday. I finished it. Here it is. Yes, they printed this. I painted it. And if you go to their website using the link I have now posted in there or clicking in the link below in our info, you can get 12% off all their goodies. And the reason why I deeply, deeply recommend them as your Mythic Mug or Fate's End Dice Tower merchant is because the quality is so good. It is literally prime and paint. No sanding, no smoothing, no filling, just prime and go. It's absolutely amazing, and I had a blast yesterday painting that. I don't know why the bot is spamming two links. I'm very sorry about that. And also another announcement is we have a Tiltify the Tiltify is raising £500 pounds. No, not £500. $500 for the Bell Fund project, because it should be no surprise to you that this channel here, which is run by me, I am a black woman, we support Black Lives Matter. And because I may be based in England, it is not that I am no way affected, and many of the people within Goldhart are affected by this. So if you would like to donate, please do. I've just dropped the link into the chat. I'm not sure why it's red like that. Maybe it's hidden. I'm not sure. Mod, can you see the link? Can I just get a confirmation that the link is there, Mod? The link is there. Excellent, cool. I don't know why it's red like that in my window. But yes, we do support Black Lives Matter here, because Black lives do matter all year round, not just when stuff is really, really bad. So there's that. But without further ado, let's walk away from viruses and rights and freedoms. Let's go into the world of fantasy, where we can change these things at a whim, and pick up our session. Party, are you ready?
Ah!
I just need that noise. I could just press it. It's like wizard noises. Press and it plays. I might try and do something like that. Okay, so you're geared up. And as you are gearing up, you are starting to hear a lot of commotion. The sound of battle. As I've described many times, this is like a square type of complex. And it seems to be coming from all angles. Navarre, you have swept up Blanket, Tassel, and Kitten. Are you putting them anywhere special?
The tassel I will cut off and give to Juliet, because of course it's hers. The blanket I will jam in a bag, and the kitten will go in my coat.
Okay. It's good to know where she is, for reasons. So, what would you like to do? The sounds of battle coming out of this room. Avius Creed is with you, Rhea is with you. Any other NPCs have I forgotten about? No?
What about all the useless ass nobles?
Useless ass nobles didn't flee with you for some reason. Because I don't feel like tracking them. They'll catch up later. You're clearing the way. I didn't write them stat blocks.
No wonder where all that money
The
and games
dwarven,
came from.
the dwarven craftswoman will look after the noble.
There we go.
There we go. Perfect. Yeah, I don't feel like tracking that many. I have a lot. My notes are so full today. What do you want to do, Party?
Let's get the fuck out of here.
Let's go and let me get to the front. If I carry this cursed thing, it might as well protect all of us.
I will be standing next to him, slightly behind Torlin,
Okay.
letting the shield sort of take
One
it, but also
shield
steady.
wall going forward.
Yeah.
I'll be in the middle, I guess.
I'll be right on the other side of Torlin.
I will be under an umbrella.
I'm assuming you replaced your parasol fabric with the fancy one with the fringe. It's red crushed velvet, really thick, with gold
Ooh.
fringe.
Absolutely.
Tassels in four corners.
I need to draw this.
Okay, so you're heading out into the corridor. You don't see anyone immediately.
I will just march forward.
Hang on.
Going left or right, it matters.
Oof.
I will actually try to sense if I feel evil afoot. Because I can actually tell the location.
Up to 60 foot, right?
Yeah.
No, you don't sense any. Well, you sense one celestial right next to you, but you don't sense any fiends or devils anywhere else.
I turn to Flavius. Master Flavius, you were probably the only one walking in here. Which direction is out? Do you know?
When they brought me here, I had a bag over my head. I can tell you where my room is. I can show you where the jail is. I can show you where this room is. I can show you their sacrificial hall.
Where's the sacrificial hall?
That way. And Navar, you can confirm that this is correct.
Okay,
It
good.
is that way. I came down here looking for you.
Karo Grumpy, do you remember the way out?
Do I remember the way? Of course I remember the way out. My aunt's like 20.
Left or right?
Unless the halls have changed. Damn, please stop smiling.
I'm just smiling. Although I have a book that says Beware of the Smiling DM, I understand your fear. Honestly.
I know the way out, right?
Yeah, you do.
Okay. Middle of the mountain.
Okay, so you head back the way you came. However, the fighting gets louder. And as you kind of turn a corner and look down and kind of have a look, you kind of see like the last of a few flaming fist bodies pile into one room. You hear Kor'train shouting orders.
Kor'train is over there! Quickly, let's get to them!
Wait.
Kor'train is still alive?
Yes, I healed them and they retreated, I think.
Wait, let me cast bless on you before you go up the stairs. And I'll lay both my hands on Lucretia, Felix, and Torlin in order. Savros, go with you. Get your sight. Now let's go kill some people.
Very okay. I in turn touch my amulet and then your forearm and go like, my faith will shield you. And so, your family, you're protected. Shield of faith.
Oh, thanks.
I'll just run up the stairs right next to my good old buddy and combat veteran, Kor'train, the person who I trust with all of my secrets and that I venture into many dark dwellings with.
Okay,
Hey, man,
so
how you doing?
Wait. So we're going to move together as a party. Because this is kind of happening back in time. So you do all your blessings and get ready because you're going to go help your friend, Kor'train. And then you hear explosions. You start to see smoke. You enter this room, and it is a large, grand hall. No furniture. You see cultists and flaming fists fighting. You see Commander Portyr and Kor'train fighting back to back. Commander Portyr just like slashing someone, defending Kor'train, and spins around. And then you hear the whistle. And then as the smoke parts for a moment, you see Kor'train run their sword through Commander Portyr. You see the arrows fell. Those of the flaming fists that were not on the side of Kor'train. You see Kor'train's grand black wings spread. And you see them take their place next to Thurstwell. They have a little bit of dialogue which you heard. And Thurstwell notices your appearance as you kind of like in the doorway. There's like a ledge above you, so you're protected from any arrow fire. Ah, we have company.
Oh. I thought they were locked in their rooms.
Looks like they escaped. How did you manage that, my guests?
You luck suck.
I don't know that that's incredibly important right now. Kor'train, what have you done?
It's fine. Don't get the wrong idea. I've spoken with Thurstwell, and we need to stop this from happening. I thought you were dead, Lucretia, and I thought others were captured. I've made a deal to stop Baldur's Gate from going down. As I said, I'd do anything for it.
What was your deal?
To take charge of the Flaming Fist to stop their investigation.
Well, but he's the one trying. Points the axe at Thurstwell. He's the one dragging it down. What, Knave? What do you get?
22.
Knave, what do you get to stop working? Kor'train, he's probably trying to trick you. Don't fall for it.
Okay, can I just say, okay, we got a 21 insight from Navarre. I then got like a 22, and then we got a 24.
So I'm just gonna stop you there, because as a DM, I don't like insight checks on players,
Okay.
because meta knowledge comes into play, and then it ends up like a rolling witch hunt. So how I like to do this is I would ask you to reflect as your character. This is Kor'train. Everything you know of Kor'train thus far, and their motivations and actions, and the history that you have together. Do you have any cause in their story to misbelieve them? This is your agency. It's not a dice roll. So I'm going to let Kor'train continue, and I'd like you to think on that and then just respond. We do it through roleplay rather than meta knowledge and rolls, yeah?
It's fair. So yes, as I said, we made a deal. I would take control of the Flaming Fist, and things would stop.
Don't trust him, Kor'train. He's going to trick you. I trust you with the Flaming Fist, but this sniveling coward will stab you in the back as soon as you turn it.
What other choice do we have? I said from the beginning this was bigger than all of us.
Well, Thurstwell, how are you trying to hold up, marching up to him?
So you're on the ground floor. They're up on the high promenade
Yes,
thing. So you're stepping out into the open from out underneath the stair canopy. Okay.
Stepping forward, going. How are you planning to uphold your part of the bargain? From what I hear, you dealt with immensely powerful devils. That's not a kind of deal where you can just backpedal a bit.
I mean, my main goal was to simply eradicate the plague on this city. The plague being people like my mother, like Commander Portyr, like the others. The ruling council has not been ruling. You, my friend, should know this better than anyone. Money.
Is a crime.
Money is the biggest motivation in Baldur's Gate. I mean, just look at the Syndicate.
I
No
know
one
that very
has
well.
taken down the Syndicate. Don't you think it's strange?
No, it's not. The
Not for
rod
lack of
goes up to the
trying.
top.
Do you know my mother
Oh, yes.
funded them?
What? Tollun goes pretty pale from anger. She funded them. What proof do you have of that?
How unbelievable would it be if he just like pulls out the proof? He's like, here's a general flush. You know what I'm going to do? It's an anime. Why the hell not? So yeah, he reaches into his mage's robe and pulls out a journal and like tosses it nonchalantly. It just lands on the floor among the bodies with a thud.
I will go pick it up.
Mage hand.
It's
told you, she couldn't be trusted. None of them can. But once I rebuild, that's one of the first places I intend to visit.
And apparently not you either. Which is a shame, I suppose.
You're really quiet.
Navarro was talking quietly, sorry. I said, apparently not you either, which I suppose is a shame.
What do you mean?
What do you think this power will get to? A city? An army? Or a range? Change does not come in broad sweeping gestures, Kor'train.
No, it comes through hard work, dedication, and making deals that sometimes we do not like but are necessary.
And a little bit of violence.
There is truth to that. What Kor'train is, not what you said.
Sometimes you have to do what is necessary. What is necessary isn't always what's right. I said this before.
This is going to fix everything. This Thurstwell, who's just another one of the money makers, and you with the fist, you're just another. How is your reign of the fist going to be any different than how it's been?
How won't it be? You don't know. We haven't even given it a try yet you're willing to condemn me as though I've given every failure in the book. I've been with you from the beginning. I've helped you. And now suddenly my ambition and my strength is now put into question because I've done what none of you have been able to do. Stop this.
As it stopped.
But don't forget, dear Kor'train, they have tried. They tried and failed. And yet they choose to judge you. Sounds like hypocrisy to me.
Can you keep your nose out of this?
You stand in my house.
I trust. No, you stand in your lair. Like some cheap 2-pence novelist's creation. What's next you're going to do? Raise your arms and tell us your master plan? Oh no, you already did that. Turns to Kor'train. I have no problem with you controlling the fist. The one I'm concerned about is this one.
I have no problem standing with, or even, and I'm going to walk by Thurstwell, standing with, or even behind, and I'll take some steps back if I need to. If it means saving the city, helping the people, and moving forward, then that is what is needed.
You would stand with a matricidal maniac? Someone who would kill their own mother? They only want for themselves. They're not looking for change. Kor'train, we're from the same place. I've seen those people. I've seen those eyes.
We are not from the same place. You know nothing of where I come from.
I know everything about where you come from. My job was to make sure that people like him stayed in power and to kill everyone else. What would your mother think?
What she thinks is unimportant. The fact she is alive is what matters.
I grow bored of this. I don't think you'll change their mind, Kor'train. But hear this. You have one chance.
Stop talking. Kor'train.
Yes.
One question. Navarre will actually walk forward in front of the group, push past Torlin. Just one question.
Yes.
Anything for the citizen. Anything at all.
Anything.
Navarre will turn, immediately hold out a hand, and cast Hold Person on Kor'train.
All
There's a
right.
flare of magic around them. Spell save DC is 15.
Okay. Do I have anything?
But at the last moment, we'll turn and put the hand towards Thurstwell. So it looks like they're going to cast at Kor'train. The hand extends towards Kor'train and then shifts to the side at the last second.
I'm just wondering if there's enough time to do a counterspell. I don't think there is. Everyone roll initiative, but we already did. So initiative has now begun. Oh, let me say. Sorry, you don't need you anymore. Go away.
What do I do?
No, I just need this piece of paper with all the stats and all the things. Right, monster tracker. That's well.
And hold on, I just want to check one thing with Divine Arcana. Right, I will use one channel of my Divine Arcana to give +2 to that saving throw. So now the DC will be 17 for Thurstwell.
Okay, give me a second.
Just so you know.
Just writing some HP down. We should have done this in the break.
Everyone's doing great.
Yeah.
This is awesome.
Don't worry, Kor'train. Torland will save you.
What?
I made up my mind. Oh,
Uh,
Torland did.
If you had said that, I would have had a great rebuttal in character.
I will say that if the time comes, but it's a bit silly from down here.
So I need to make
Yeah,
a
so if you
wisdom
come down
saving
to me-
throw, yeah?
For Hold Person,
Yeah.
let me just double check that. The answer is yes.
Let me just check this fiendish thing and I'm right. There's some bonuses to pass around. So we'll stand it together. No, not show me source code. Okay, you know my PC getting nice and unhappy with me there. She is. She has hellish rebuke. Okay.
Cast Falling Rocks. Rocks fall, everybody dies.
Dark devotion.
Uh,
Okay, +3. That's a dirty 20 from me. That's well. Survive.
And do we have litanies?
You have lots of litanies.
Can I make him roll a disadvantage, please?
It would just make him roll at normal.
Mother.
And I've technically already rolled as well.
Okay.
As well, so I mean I could roll again, just normal, if that's what you would like to do with that listening. It's your choice as my player.
Party.
as well, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
here we go.
Yeah.
Come on, Battle.
That was higher.
I tried. I'm sorry. I'm only level 4. God, that was a
remarkably hilarious.
Hold Person. When it works, it's great. When it doesn't,
Stop. No.
Okay.
Damn.
By the way, you have 4 listenings left.
Sorry, guys.
It's okay.
It's completely fine.
Top of the round.
don't know
Loser.
Okay.
Can I get 22?
Would you let me? Yes, but so did Lozu. Lozu has a
shit.
higher dex. So just to give you the battlefield above you, I would say about 50 feet along, 20 foot up. is Kor'train, Thurstwell, and Rick. On the ground in front of you, just everywhere, are both flaming fists that you can see and undead house soldiers. That's all you can see from where you are.
Okay. In that case, All right, so I will wave my hand in front of me, and three, flaming balls of fire will appear, and I will cast. What was it called again? Scorching Rain. But halfway through its flight, it turns from fire into ice.
Ooh. That's cool. You can do that.
I can.
That's freaking badass.
I just realized I can cast Fireball.
Oh no. Who gave the paladin Fireball?
The DM did.
Hi.
Let's burn it down.
So the first freezing ray
Mm-hmm.
is a 26 to hit.
Yeah. Who are you aiming this at?
This one at Thurstwell.
Oh yeah, that does.
Actually, all three of them will be at Thurstwell because he needs some payback.
Okay. Oh god, he's got such an awkward HP. Let me get my calculator ready.
60 million.
No, it's not 60 million.
Too many numbers. Must calculate.
22 for the second hit.
So what was the first?
The first was 26.
Okay, so 26, 22.
And that will be a 24.
Oh dear.
Murder.
Anything else from you?
I've just got to roll all that damage.
Sweet damage.
Why is rope trick a single action?
I don't
So you
know.
can
No,
climb
no,
up
no,
it.
no, 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 no. I want to ask the party. Wait, the litanies can still change your order and initiative, right?
Yes. Wait.
Party?
Go look at the list. I can't remember what they do.
Where's
Alright.
the list?
It's somewhere.
I'm quite sure Torlin
Notice
pinned
board,
it.
right?
Oh no. Torlin
Green room?
reposted it. It's actually in our chat. And I'm just grabbing it again and reposting it.
Thank you.
Because I've got it. You can't change your initiative because the initiative has already been done.
Oh, I misunderstood it. Never mind.
Yeah, no problem. We reworded it after our playtest where I killed a Castellanta at level 5 in my 90 by myself.
That's fair. Yeah, that's fair.
That's a beat broken.
Mm-hmm. Rosie, you got that damage for me?
Yes, that's 23 cold damage.
Woo!
Okay.
Slap.
First one looks pissed.
And Lozu says, as much as I, enjoy the game as it is, I really just don't like Thurstwell.
Thurstwell.
Kor'train, it is your turn if Lozu has nothing else to add.
No, that's me.
Excellent. Kor'train.
So, could you just paint the scene for me again, please?
Yes, okay, so you are standing next to Thurstwell and Amric. Thurstwell's just taken 3 icy blasts to the face of cold damage. You have your stealth team up above that haven't been spotted yet. No, you wouldn't see them, Navarre. I rolled their stealth. Also, you have the party, the kind apart from Torland, who has stepped forward out into the open. The party are all underneath the circular gallery bit, and they're kind of gathered by the door. You also have a range of flaming fist soldiers and zombies on the ground below you.
Okay. So as this is happening and as this is going, we see Cole looks very kind of shocked and disappointed for a moment as the magic kind of gets cast off and Lozu goes through, and they just say, wow, well, I didn't think this would be happening. So sad, really. But we all knew this was coming to be like this. It was inevitable, Thurstwell. And I go and cast my Hexblade Curse on Thurstwell as my blade shoots out of my arm and strikes across the back of him.
Roll that damage, please.
All right. So the first one to hit is a 20.
Yep.
And it's 17 damage.
Mm-hmm.
Second, do I get 2 attacks? Hold on, I'm making sure. Pack weapon, improve pack weapon, double sight. I don't think I have 2 attacks yet. So no, that's it.
Oh,
Just the 17 damage of my Eldritch scimitar just shooting across him as my arm turns into this long, cascading, vibrant purple Eldritch blade.
All right. Anything else from you?
No, that's it. That's my action and bonus action.
Navarre.
All right. As Navarre watches Kor'train turn on Thurstwell, there's this very slight knowing smile. And they will pivot to Thurstwell and raise their hands, and the runes start as Scorching Ray, but Navarre's astral form affects them, and they turn from fire to radiant starlight that just streaks through the air towards him. So that's going to be 3 bolts. Please hold. Let me roll this shit. Math is hard, and I'm really scared of combat. All right, so that'll be a 21, and 18 to hit.
Hit.
Delightful. Please hold. That's 2d6 for each.
It's fine. You're all going to pay for this.
2, 4.
The Baylor comes.
Where's my other this will be my turn, so whoever wants to go next can go ahead and do that while I very slowly do math.
The next person on the list is NPC team, and I don't feel like doing that right now.
Please don't make me do math quickly under pressure.
No, there's no rush. We're having fun.
Yeah.
There's a lot of dice. Sounds good.
It does sound good. Somebody add this for me, please.
Yep. Ready?
5, 6, 4, 5, and 3.
23.
Yep.
That's 23 radiant damage to Thurstwell.
The light. I've never seen it. I've been in my mother's basement.
Yeah, their hair lights up as they cast too. It's real fucking cool.
And then if you were saying something, you're muted.
You are muted.
Still.
I was just saying we're damage twins. Yay.
Yay.
Yeah,
Our party has DPS.
DPS. Kill
Damn it.
the mobs.
Okay, that person's dead. That
Many
person's-
assholes handle it.
Right, so it's my turn as team NPC. That person is dead. That person is
Person.
it's not here yet. Rhea is going to cast Bane on Thurstwell and Amric. And that's it, because it looks like Kor'train has traded sides yet again.
Who knows? Maybe I was on their side all along.
What a twist!
What is this?
I believe that anytime. Come on, do it.
And Rhea has proven that she wasn't even worth writing down stats for. None of that works. Okay, next up, Torland.
Yay!
Hit
Yes.
the bastard in the face with your shield.
No, I actually don't do that because then I would kind of burn Kor'train really crispy.
Do it. I have fire resistance.
I don't know that.
I'm a tiefling.
I don't know that. I'm stupid.
To Torlum, you are just very pretty and you have wings.
Angel?
Is this an
I have-
angel?
The angel?
Someone please make that meme.
do it. Hold on.
Instead, I will smack my axe on my shield and say, "Ancestors, curse you!" and throw a chromatic orb at Thurstwell because surprisingly, I have combat spells.
What,
And I
Paladin?
believe-
Why are you using your smite slots to cast spells? I'm so
That's so weird.
confused.
because I don't have a
right?
No, it's because I don't have a ladder to get up there.
Oh, yeah.
Mm.
Also, I have very short, stubby legs.
I got a big axe and little legs. This is not a well thought out plan.
22 to hit.
Yeah, that does.
I need more d8s.
Autography, I've got a big axe and small legs. This plan was
11 lightning damage.
Okay.
That was my spell
He's
slots.
still standing, by the way.
As a, I will start looking for a way up there.
There's some stairs just at the back, but you're going to have to cross over. It's about, as I said, it's 60 foot across and then 50 foot up, and you've only got 25 foot of movement.
Yeah, I will start. No, I have 30. I'm swift dwarf. I took a
yes.
feat, which makes me not slower than the party. So I walk over there.
Sweet. Do it. Cool. You make your way to the middle of the room, which is exactly where I want you. Lucretia.
Be aggressive. Be aggressive.
Mm-hmm. I cast. No, wait. I'm a barbarian. I don't cast.
I
spells.
cast.
What, are you
Fuck
kidding me?
you. Barbarian casts fist.
Fuck it. I'm moving out to the middle of the room. Also with Torlin, with my good buddy Torlin.
Uh-huh.
Because I can't leave him all exposed all by himself. This is fine. And
Shield, this will be fine.
oh golly, what do I suppose the glow that you're used to seeing in the rare occasion that Lucretia gets into combat now happens, although it's not quite as powerful as the one when she was fighting the big fuck off devil demon thing.
Yeah.
Because I only have one of those and I can't do it again. But it's ragey. That's for dang sure.
Yeah, ragey.
And she's gonna pull out not the glaive. Well, she's not the glaive because she can't do anything with it right now. But one of her many javelins and huck it at Thurstwell.
Do it.
Yee.
Yeet.
Yeets it at the Thurstwell.
Yeet it at the Thurstwell.
Oh golly gee willikers. I don't even know why I rolled that bless because it doesn't matter. It's because that's a 10 to hit.
Oh no.
Lucretia.
Yeah.
Your javelin goes wide. Maybe
Yeah.
it's because Thurstwell is so pencil thin, you're used to a more meatier
I am.
target. It misses, unfortunately.
Slap that wizard.
And I shout out to a Kor'train, I don't trust you still, but you're making the right choice.
Felix.
So, is there a wall leading up to where Thurstwell and his brother are? Thurstwell?
Yes, it's 60 feet away.
Oh yeah, the brothers.
Okay. I will use 40 feet of movement, climbing the wall normally because yay. And I will use a key point to dash as my bonus action. And before I reveal myself at the top of the wall, I'm going to listen to myself. Let's put them somewhere a little more quiet. And I'm casting silence surrounding the two brothers with myself hidden on the wall.
Okay.
Oh.
And then I
Okay.
will move up there and smiling right up to Thurstwell, right opposite Kor'train in a flanking position with complete silence around us.
And because the villains rolled a 1, if there's nothing else from you, Felix, it is the villain's turn.
Alrighty.
Thurstwell. You smile at him. He smiles back. He looks behind him. And in a shape of black, wispy smoke, he misty steps out of your silent sphere.
Verbal?
Visual only.
Hold on.
Misty step is visual.
I thought it was verbal. Oh, okay.
Visual.
No, it's V is for verbal.
Visual. Sight. So it's sight only.
It,
Okay. here we
If
go.
DM says it, yeah, okay.
yeah, no, that's the DM rule. Okay, if Thurstwell can Misty Step, that's fine. It's just that
I just remember doing this as a paladin.
I have
and it was
I have an
allowed.
innate Misty Step a day, and the components are verbal, but
Oh
like,
yeah, look, verbal.
DM prerogative. DM prerogative.
Well, I
Yeah.
kind of want something cool to happen, so yeah, I'm gonna do this.
Okay,
Rule of cool.
have fun.
He just misty steps out, and then he pulls out a bell.
A bell.
Just a, like a small, like a bell you'd ring for a butler,
I got the butler.
and he rings it.
Summoning the cow level. Oh my god.
Dom, you're on
Nice.
fire today. And that's all for his turn. His brother, Amric, however, will strike at you. Felix.
Oh, sorry.
For 27.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And you take. This is a D8? No, that's a D10. Okay, let's try that one. "19 points of necrotic damage
Yo.
from his sword."
Oh, necrotic?
Mm-hmm.
Big oof.
That barely bothers me.
Oh yeah, because yeah.
Hey.
Nice.
Do you round up on damage?
No, I round down normally.
Round down? Okay, so
Yeah.
9. Okay.
And he will do it again because second attack. For an 18?
Just barely hits?
Yep.
Yeah.
Up my eyes. Oh. That's a lot of dice.
14 damage.
So 7. All right.
And that's all for his turn. Top of the round. Lozu.
Yes. So he rang the bell. Nothing has arrived yet.
Mm-mm.
I need to check something real quick. Because sorcerer things. All right. Okay. I need for Thurstwell to make me a DC 17. Now, if only I can find the spell in my sheet. A DC 17 a wisdom saving throw.
I don't know why I did that. I don't know why. It was a nat 20 and then a 19, making it a 23 in total.
Ugh. This guy's a
Okay.
dick.
I'm just trying to see if there was anything that happens if he succeeds. Nope, he's absolutely fine.
Okay. Shrugs it off like it was nothing. Anything else from you, my dear?
I will stay right where I am because I'm not finna be under some arrows.
Oh
That's
yeah, I
me.
forgot about them. Actually, I don't know what they're doing anymore because of Kor'train. Never mind. Kor'train, it's your turn.
Yeah. Quick question. What's like the lighting like? Is it like dim light, light, darkness?
It's dimly lit, I would say.
Perfect. As Thurstwell dips away, where is Amric compared to me?
You'd stand side by side. That's what got away.
Okay, so he would get an attack opportunity if I moved. Okay. So as Amric is next to us and it's quite dim, the blade that I have that was a longsword extends even more. The back shoots out where a elbow would be, and it turns into this long scythe. And as it does, my hand goes into a shadowy area and extends out into this long, thin piece of shadow. And with my bonus action, I cast Shadow Blade. I will attack with him.
Ooh.
Ooh.
And because it's in dim light, I get the attack with advantage.
Mm-hmm. And this is on Amric, yes?
Yes. Stabby stab boy. You should have let me talk to you when you had the chance. That's 20 to hit. That's 9 damage, and that's a bonus action, by the way, with the spell. And then with my scythe, I'm going to rake across and try and stab into his side. The weapon there is considered to be, I think. Okay, cool. 16 to hit.
Miss.
Ooh, okay, yeah. Then it goes across.
It just hits the armor underneath his clothing, gliding off. Anything else from you?
No, that's it. No, just my two kind of weapons there.
Navarre.
Is there anybody in my immediate vicinity that's hostile?
You got zombies, you got maybe Flaming Fist. I'm not sure. I'm not sure about the Flaming Fist, but you got zombies.
Okay. And Kor'train's turned his sights to Emmerich, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Murder.
Yeah, I'm thinking. Felix, how you looking?
Hurt.
Bad hurt or okay hurt?
Hurt.
Okay. Just hurt. Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, Navarre will, as a free action, draw the rapier that belonged to their mother, holding it in one hand, and extend their hand back towards, now, I guess, Emmerich, and cast a second Scorching Ray at them.
Please do.
Once again, the fire, the runes of fire swirling around them, turning to astral energy and starlight as the spell leaves their hands. Kind of hair glowing behind them. That'll be, holy fuck. That is 1 natural 20, an 18 to hit, and not an 18, but like I rolled an 18 and a 17. Dice, thank you. Do you get crits?
Okay,
Yeah.
so the 17 doesn't hit, but the 18 does.
No. I rolled a 17 on the dice.
Oh, right.
As
okay.
in, I rolled a natural 20, a 17, and an 18.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And yes, spells do crit when it's to hit. Yeah.
All right, so the first bolt will be 46 damage. Somebody do some math for me, please. My dyslexic ass cannot do this. This is the first bolt. Oh my lord.
This is on
6.
Emmerich, right?
This is on Emmerich. This is the critical hit.
Mhm.
6, 5, 4, 2. 4 and 4 for the second bolt. And 4 and 3 for the last one.
First one,
17.
Hold on.
17, 8, and 7.
So that is 36 radiant damage to the face of Emmerich. And now Navarre's out of second level spells. And as part of the last part of their turn, as the spell leaves their hands, it's like they look at Emmerich, cast the spell, and then turn on Thurstwell with the rapier drawn and advance on him.
I really can't. There we go. Thank you.
I know he's above me, but
Yeah.
I'm going to walk towards him and just point the rapier at him.
It's NPC turn, and I'm really glad you drew that sword.
It is for what it's worth. It is a Feywild make elven rapier. It's not magical or anything.
There's several things that are going to happen in this scene. Allow me to describe it for you.
Mm.
The first thing you notice is that the ground begins to shake.
Ass.
And the second thing that you notice is there's something very strange about your rapier. The tip of it is glowing. And like, you know when you take a sparkler? There we go. I had to shake the word out. You know when you take a sparkler and it like lingers in the air? You're like almost...
Sorry.
Bless you. You're almost cutting through the air in front of you. And a tear opens. And who steps through? You know to be your aunt. Grand wizard staff in hand. And she smiles at first. Then she kind of notices the scene around her. And she frowns. But before she can even speak, because you see her lips part, ready to say something to you, I need Lucretia, Torland, and Navarre to... Navarre, you're in the room now, would you say? You stepped forward, that's all I noticed.
You're muted.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. Okay. Then I need Lucretia, Torland, and Navarre to roll me dexterity saving throws.
Torland and Lucretia are blessed. I'm not.
And I get advantage.
Nice.
That's a flat 12, yo.
And start rolling some d6s.
Oh, this is about to hurt.
What does bless do with saving throws?
1d4.
1d4. That's going to be very helpful, thank you.
You're welcome.
23.
Yo, what up?
Yeah, no, it's not going to be as good. Not even with Shieldmaster. Can I use Shieldmaster?
Yes, I said you get a free dex. You can use your shield to protect.
Mhm.
It doesn't give you advantage though.
No.
But you can use the bonus.
14.
Anyone who rolled lower than a 15 takes 26 bludgeoning damage.
Cool. I'm
As-
unconscious.
As this huge creature bursts from the floor. It took 4 rounds, not 4 turns to arrive. It is snake-like. Its body is still half in the ground. It has a great lizard-like maw for which you can see lightning within it. And it's interesting that you're also unconscious, Navarre, because that also triggers something else. But we'll get to that in a moment. You see 2 front legs raised up and then 2 more legs on the floor. Those of you that are quite well spoken in monstrosities, I'm looking at you, Lozu, would know that this is a behir.
Be here.
Be here.
It do be here now.
As it is now, be here now. And you don't want to be here. However, Navarre, as you were thrown back from this creature's explosive entrance, should we say, the little kitten in your pocket lets out a cry.
Mom!
Meow.
No, it's more like when you step on a cat's tail. Type of- Thank you for the impression, so I didn't have to do it and freak my cats out because they're there, and they'll come over and be like, "What, Mum? What's wrong?"
What do we have to kill?
And that's all for that turn. Rhea, 1 minute. I've now got people on here, so yep, you're not here yet. You are, and Auntie. Oh yeah, Auntie. I didn't roll for Auntie. Oh no, quickly.
Which auntie is this? There's 3 of them.
Her name is the one that began with M. It's on my other notes.
Myrtha Lassar?
Yeah,
Myrtha Lassar showed up.
yeah. Mother Lassar showed up.
Hold on,
you.
is it the wizard or the paladin?
It's the wizard. That's
Fenwil.
Oh, Fenwil.
Yeah,
Oh, wait a minute.
Fenwil.
I'm
Yeah.
getting my- no, no.
There's an evocation wizard and there's an abjuration wizard. Fenwil's the Evo wizard.
Yeah, cool.
That who you wanted?
Come on. Yeah. That
Okay,
looks
cool.
like an M. It's actually an F.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's gonna be really surprised if Myrtha Lassar showed up because
No,
I'm here.
no. It was that aunt.
she's the paladin of Lathander.
No, she didn't come this time. Maybe next time. But your aunt is here, and this is her turn out of my NPC list. Where you useless, so I'm not even gonna say you do anything useful. She does
Sorry.
actually pop a potion of healing in your mouth. Rune.
Good.
Oh.
We messed up. We should have given Rhea all of the potions of healing, and her job is just battlefield medic.
Regular potion then?
Pardon?
So 1d4.
Yeah,
Regular potion?
Regular.
Alright. So I'm at 1d4 plus 2?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, 5. I am conscious. Oh, boy. Ow. But, Aunt Fenwil?
Not now, darling. You have seemed to have gotten yourself into some trouble, she says, kind of looking at this great, big monstrosity. I have her
Hello.
wizard written down wrong. What kind of wizard is she?
Vocation.
Evocation and amidst the shock of the freezer friends.
What?
Best way to remember all of them.
I believe I heard to shock or freeze your friends.
Maybe.
Evocation.
Yeah,
Yes, Lucy, that's who it is. Yeah.
yeah. That's how I remember what all the school wizards do.
Yeah.
There's a song. I need it.
Yeah. I met him at
was-
PAX Unplugged. Pretty cool.
Oh, nice. I will send it to you, Rune.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
It is a
Also,
long
Ring,
story.
you need to
so-
roll another d4.
What for?
It's 2d4.
Oh. All right. That's 4 plus 2, so that's another 6. So I'm at 11.
Yeah.
Woo! Not dead. Thank you guys.
Not dead crew.
Yeah. Secret tunnel.
I'm not yet dead.
Yeah.
Rhea, what are you gonna do? She's gonna try and move upstairs. That's all she's gonna do. Move around the creature. Actually, no, she's gonna go engage the creature because why the fuck not?
Yeah, do it. No one
Good.
likes
Do
you.
it.
You're that
Hey!
useless.
No one likes you. Do it.
She
just gonna
braided
move-
our hair and she was nice.
I liked her.
She was rude to me.
Well,
Right, NPC team over. God, this is getting complicated. Toland, this is your turn. You're gonna be so thankful for all these NPCs I'm about to add.
I'm turning around, seeing this giant monstrosity. Is it possible to hit it with a fireball without roasting the team?
Yeah, it's big enough.
Okay, great. Then I will
It's a huge
look at it.
monstrosity.
shield panic, put my shield on egg, burn it, and the shield will comply. So the Behir can make a DC 21 dex save.
Did you just cast fireball on it?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think I'm in the blast vicinity of that. You
No,
He
it's-
confirmed
absolute
beforehand.
Gremlin? Okay.
It's a huge
Pointed up.
creature.
There's-
It's pointed
I-
up. Yeah.
Yeah, I just going to roast its head. It's fine.
Okay, well, I rolled an 18, but what's its stats? I have a feeling it's got no dexterity because it's
swallows
massive.
all that fireball. Like, "Rah, ah."
Or is just standing there thinking, I can't wait till I can do that.
Yes, the Paladin is the first one who casts fireball. I won the campaign.
Except mine will be made out of acid.
And
Why not?
tentacles.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, and tentacles.
18, 19, 20, 21.
It made 21.
Yeah.
Then half damage. 1 second.
Okay.
I have to do the math. It was 32 damage, 16 fire damage.
Math damage.
Math damage.
This isn't about
Yeah.
dragons. This is about math. I have been
Mhm.
cheated.
Is a Behir a dragon?
It is upon the draconic lineage. Technically,
That's
depends on the lore.
Oh,
Yeah.
thanks. I hate it.
Yeah.
They were made by giants to kill dragons.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yikes.
It's totally balanced. I can only do that 3 times a day.
Let's do it 3 more times.
Sorry, what was the damage?
16 fire after halving it.
Cut math. It's getting that time of night. No, not times. It doesn't have 4,000 HP.
Yes, yes.
Mhm.
That was funny. Okay. Lets out a tremendous roar that shakes the ground.
Glad I'm up here. I know there's no window for me to eat.
There is no escape.
You're stuck in here with now. There's a word in there that I missed.
Okay. Toland, anything else from you?
Nope. Although, yeah, I'm moving up the stairs. That seems
Okay.
safe.
Yeah.
I want to jump on the dragon.
all right. So seeing this beast near my favorite elf in the whole world, Navarre, and them on the ground. I'm gonna go rush and finally draw the glaive and rush it and charge at it to try and stab it.
Okay.
So that is okay. Pretty good. Oh god, I'm so nervous.
Be aggressive. Be
Yep.
aggressive.
I'm nervous. Lucretia's not. Lucretia's enraged.
That's murder.
That is a 21 to hit.
Yeah.
And good. 10 plus, and just so that is 12 points of piercing damage plus 4 points as some of that glow sort of channels its way through the end of the glaive, creating, so that's 4 radiant damage from that end of the glaive.
Sorry, how much?
That would be, what did I say? 12 plus 4.
Okay, thanks.
And she takes,
Yeah,
she's
69.
stuck the, nice.
Yeah.
As she pulls the glaive out and rams the other end of it into for a second attack.
Okay.
Sorry.
Oh, I'm not that kind of barbarian. Dang it. That is also a 24 to hit. So I'm assuming that does.
It does.
Cat. Sorry.
Oh, oh, he never comes on this side. Parker.
Nice stripy tail.
It is. Oh, God. That's my keyboard.
Thank you for checking in. No, we're good.
That is okay. 5 points of 7 points of damage from the back end of the glaive. I don't know why I'm so nervous.
It's good. It's good because you know stuff's going down now.
And my friend's on the ground.
Felix, anything from you?
Yes. How far is Thurstwell from me?
30 foot.
30 feet? Just straight? Oh. Bye. I run after him. And as soon as I get up to him, I break.
You're not doing any disengage or anything?
No. He can take his attack opportunity.
Okay, yeah, okay, cool. I'm going to do that now. 17.
Misses!
Yeah, you're lucky because he has that stupid feat that makes you still.
Oh, that would have been bad for me.
Yeah.
But anyways, I break out of the silence. Hi, Thurstwell. And I'm just going to bonus action punch him in the fucking head.
Yes.
And by the way, chat, yeah, we're definitely not safe for work.
Yeah, no. I apologize. High energy right now. High energy.
No, it's good. We've never been safe for work.
22?
Yeah, that definitely will.
Okay. That is this die. Ooh, yay. 11 points of damage.
Okay.
And then for my main action, I am going to take the sword and just aim for his eyes, streaking right across. 20 change. 24. Okay. Less damage. 7.
Okay.
All right. And I'm just right in front of him, being as menacing as I can muster, which probably isn't that much considering I'm bleeding on many parts of my body. You're going to die.
Okay. It is Team Villain's turn. So you have gone for Thurstwell's eyes. I'm going to say the damage was not enough to successfully do that because that would have been very cool. And I totally would have allowed it. Thurstwell is looking, I would say, 3 arrows Boromir. And
Oof.
he will Eldritch Blast you.
Woo!
It's blessed.
Haha, get fucked. I'm in melee.
Oh, yeah, he's casting at disadvantage. Holy shit.
Yeah, no. Best way to deal with wizards, be on top of them.
Yeah.
We don't like that.
Yes,
I mean,
I
we
know.
might with
No.
consent, but
Yeah, no, that was a 3.
Mm-mm.
And then whatever is on top of that, which isn't enough to hit you, I know. And then he's going to turn to the Behir, and he's going to say, swallow.
what?
And
Eep.
the Behir is going to turn its great head to you. Its maw opens, sparkling with lightning, and it's going to bite you.
Me?
Yes, you.
Okay.
Because it's huge. It is a huge
Yes.
creature.
Wait, there's so. Oh my god.
It can see you. Num 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 num. For a 29 to hit. That's not a
Scratch my
critical.
head. Oh boy.
Yeah.
This is bad. I've got 3 level 1 slots left.
Do it, I believe.
21 piercing damage, please.
Felix, please.
All right, I'm still up.
However, when the Behir makes a bite attack against a medium or smaller creature, and the attack hits, the target is also swallowed.
Oh, this is going to be real.
So you just kind of see these great massive jaws go down for Felix. Kind of pluck him up, Hercules style, fling him into the air before those jaws snap shut and you see the nice big swallow lump go down.
Hello.
Felix, you are blinded and restrained.
Mm-hmm.
You have total cover.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
However, if you manage to do any damage in this Behir, well, a certain amount of damage within this Behir, because you're only just restrained, by the way, there is a chance for you to be regurgitated. It is not like a purple worm. So I will let you think about that. But it has a multi-attack and it's going to constrict someone. Who else shall it go for? I'm just going to do this.
Not the wizard, not the wizard, not the wizard, not the wizard.
Caption bot! No. I guess slightly above the caption bot is Kor'train. Kor'train, it is going to kind of like lift up out its long body. You see not just 2 pairs of legs, not 3, not 4, not 5, but 6 pairs of legs as its tail comes after you. And it's going to... For 12, it just misses.
I like do the whole like back motion and the side goes past me.
You just feel it. Its tail. It's so smooth. Just grows across your nose.
Ugh.
And that is all for its turn. Amric is though going to attack you, Kor'train, because you're there, right? Multi-attack. For a dirty 20.
Hits.
12 points of necrotic. Second attack.
Okay.
25, not a critical. Rolled a 19.
That hits.
18 necrotic damage.
Ooh, God.
Yikes, 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 yikes.
I am pretty bad.
So it's been 4 turns. Top of the round, Lozu. But, Lozu, I'm going to interrupt you. Because someone else is now entering the field to help you.
You what?
You notice, for a brief second,
Torlin.
everything freezes. You freeze. Zombies who are very confused freeze. Flaming fists who are very confused freeze. Some of them are dead. Everyone freezes, but you're conscious. You can see. You can hear. You can breathe, but you're just frozen. The world kind of ripples, distorts. And kind of like a mirage that you see in a desert, you see this kind of large feline paw kind of take a step. It's not quite there. Another step. The distortion starts to solidify around its outline, making it almost glass-like. You instead see a head of a woman with a magnificent headdress and collar. Grand metal-tipped wings and a puffy lion's tail. It has seen eyes that seem to shine brighter than any star as it surveys the scene. No one can move. It looks around. Naval, you got up, right?
I'm still on the ground, but I've got like an arm. I'm holding a rapier, and I've got one arm probably around Muliet.
Okay.
Like
These
protectively.
eyes fix upon you. These steps come forward, gentle pads on the floor in this brief moment of silence. The head comes down, sniffs at you.
Just move my arm. So can I move at all?
No, you can't.
Okay, so I just got one arm curled around the cat.
Looks at the Behir. What nonsense is this? My kitten. And you can kind of see the resemblance. You know, you can move your eyes around and stuff, and you look down, and she's like a color of sand at midnight. While Muliet is like the color of sand during daylight. What? No words for your mother? You just kind of see her head come down. And as I said, it's a human head. Very large, though. Large creature. So, like, you know, imagine a lion. And she does with her human mouth, picks up her kitten, plucks her out of her arms and sets her on the floor. And a conversation begins. And I'm not going to do both voices because that's going to do my head in. But Muliet gets a chastising from her mother from straying from the lair. She talks about the great purpose of a sphinx. To guard, to protect. And that Muliet has broken her grounding by leaving where she was supposed to be. Muliet's all, submissive, tail tucked under, is flat. And explains that she is on an adventure with her friends. And could her mother help? She titles her mother the Queen of Knowledge, Yanette. You can see that in the eyes of this creature, she considers it for a moment as she surveys what's going on before her. And she asks Smuliet which ones are her friends. To which Torland, Navarre, Lucretia, Kor'train, Lozu, and Felix. Rhea, I'm afraid your aunt won't be because I guess Mumiet's not 100% sure what's going on here. You are no longer under the effects of a time stop spell. You are free to move.
Bowing.
I'm gonna run over to help Navarre sit up and stand
I'm
up.
okay. I'm okay.
Are you sure?
Torlin will
Oh my
jump
god,
off the stairs, run to the Behir, and start slashing into it, dropping the shield. Phoenix! Phoenix!
If I may, as that's happening, and this is going on, I want to take the weapon and just slice across Amric's throat, end to end.
You can roll me some critical damage.
Bless you.
By the way, you only get one attack, Torland, in time stop.
Navarre would actually be beelining. Like would look at Lucretia and then bolt for Thurstwell with the rapier.
Okay.
Advantage, because I mean it's huge and it doesn't move.
Yes.
Critical hit.
Criticals all rounds. You have a critical, and you have a critical, and you have a critical.
It was 25 damage.
To Amric?
Yeah, just like across his throat.
Okay, well that does quite a hefty bit of damage. He's not dead though.
Navarre.
He's bleeding profusely. We'll deal with him in a second, but I'll let everyone else do what they want to do.
12 damage to the Behir.
Okay.
So I'm going to use my last key point for 3 attacks against this thing.
Okay.
You said it's restrained, but I'm at disadvantage to attack because I'm restrained, so it's a straight roll on all of them.
Go.
Um,
There's a certain amount of
17?
damage you need to do.
Yeah, 17 to hit?
Yeah, that's gonna hit. You're inside.
Okay. Do you mind if I use some litanies, guys, so I can get some more damage in?
All right.
Yes,
Okay. And time stop. Are all attacks against it considered restrained? Or auto crits?
Yes.
Okay, so I'll double this. 5. 16 points of damage on the first one.
1 minute. 16, did you say?
16 on the first one. Oh.
Oh God, thanks.
Then as I come sliding out, I'm like, Thurstwell, and I'm just going to run over and punch him in the... You know what? Fuck this. 2 key points. If I'm doing this, I'm just going to choke him and try strangling him to death.
May I combo with that?
Yes, you may combo because you were going to do something with Thurstwell as well.
I was. So
who's 3 arrows Boromir dead?
Felix. So as Felix runs forward and tries to strangle him, Navarre will just take the tip of the rapier, the glowing point of the rapier, and jam it through his left eyeball.
Okay.
Nice.
Between my 2 attacks, 16 to hit, 23 to hit.
Yep, they both will.
Okay. That is going to be a total of 19 points of damage.
Yo.
Thurstwell is dead.
Oh, I forgot to do my Shadow Blade, actually. Hold on, sorry.
Okay. Add
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Add
You
that,
deal
please.
mental damage.
Me? Or Core?
Shadow Blade.
Oh.
Yeah. So that's this. It's crit, right? So that's
Yeah.
46.
Should we just rename it Mean Girl damage? I mean, I feel like that's...
Yeah, I know, right? Shade Blade. That's added 17 onto mine, the first one. To
Emmerich.
Yeah. Slimy boy.
Okay.
And with Navarre up and going, it's just one more glaive attack at the Bahir in like the center of it.
Okay, please do.
I mean, is it an auto crit? I can't. Do I have to roll? Okay, I have no idea how these work.
Yeah.
You don't have to roll. It's an auto crit.
Okay, perfect, great.
It's
Oh golly, gee willikers. Here we go. Woo, that's good. 10 plus, that's 12, 15 plus 7 radiant damage.
Do you want rapier damage from me?
no. That's one's right. That's one is dead. We're
Wait,
good.
dead. Okay, cool.
The Bahir is. Sorry, how much was that?
Oh, sorry. If it's doubled, then it's actually 20, 30. If it's doubled, it's actually 30. Oh golly, I can't math.
Just give me the-
33,
just give me-
35, 37 points of damage. There we go.
Okay.
37. I can do this. Oh golly.
Time stop is now over. Everyone has done what they wanted to do. Nimbins?
Is Amric dead? Having seen Kor'train,
He's bleeding
somewhat
profusely,
handled
but no, he's still standing.
wonderful. Then I shall send a volley his way.
Okay, never mind.
That's a D12.
I guess Navarre just ended up assisting with Felix killing Thurstwell, so
Back in initiative, I think.
it's fun.
So that's 2 24s and a 28.
In damage. Oh, to hit?
To hit.
Yes.
And for damage, since they're all criticals, this is a lot of damage. That's
Is it going to
8d6.
be more than 3?
Oh yeah, it's definitely going to be. Well,
Then-
actually, I'll roll one of the beams at him and the rest at the Bahir. Definitely more than 3. And then these other 2 beams at the Bahir.
Okay.
And these are all doing cold damage.
Mm-hmm.
Because why be hot when we can be cool?
Mm-hmm.
Hot.
36 damage on the Bahir.
It lets out a tremendous roar before slumping sideways to the ground.
Neat.
Yeah.
Party? The zombies start to shamble and decay. Their caster no longer with us. And as we are going to start to wrap up the session because we're running over a little bit, I'd like you to take a second, for just a second, to then describe what happens next? Your epilogue, so to speak. Where do you go from here? Where is it that we will meet you when we come back in a few weeks? And I'm going to go alphabetically. And I got to work who's out first because you've all got L's and T's. It'll be Kor'train.
So as everyone is kind of there and going and fighting, and everything's destroyed, Kor'train does a whistle, and all those hidden soldiers come out and point down to the group. It was really nice to see all of you. If you figure out how to stop Baldur's Gate from disappearing fully, let me know and I'll consider assisting you. And as they're talking, they're slowly going to turn into Thurstwell and then into Commander Portyr and then themselves. But I'm done. This is my city now. Get the fuck out. I want to walk out with my group.
Before you do, Kor'train,
Yes.
you've drawn a bunch of weapons on the Queen of Knowledge's kitten.
Oh, she's still there?
Herself.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. It was my assumption that like they would all disappeared because they weren't
Would you
mentioned.
still do? What?
No, because they were all
Okay.
like time stopped. I'm sorry. It was just my assumption that like all of this mystical stuff had just disappeared.
Because I got a power kill in my back pocket that I was going to use on the
Uh-huh.
hair.
No. So the Kor'train doesn't do the weapons, but instead the people walk out as a still show of force.
Mhm.
I still say the same thing.
Yeah.
But there's no like threatening. There's just the kind of the show of force as a group of contingency was left out, and they just leave without drawing weapons. But it's all said.
I put my power kill away. Lozu, you are next.
Lozu will be found in the garden of his home, tending to a particular night star plant.
That'll be going sentient soon.
Yes, and they will just be, sitting in the garden. He'll be drinking. They'll both be drinking tea of a sort, and just having a yarn about, the state of the city now that Kor'train has taken over.
Lucretia.
Oh, Lucretia, I would glare at Kor'train and say, you had better take care of the city, or I'll find you. And I will be doing what I can to help clean up and then help Felix fulfill his promise.
Okay. Navarre.
There's a lot, gosh. Because Fenwell knows one version of the story. Navarre knows another. I guess the question is does Fenwell try to get Navarre to go home?
She would attempt so, yes. It's not safe for the Astral Court's only surviving heir.
I know that it was locked in a tower for how many years? Navarre would not go back.
Your aunt would not force you, but she would say that the bond between her and her sister's child is but a swish away. And if you ever need her, you can call on her. You now have the sending spell that you can send through your sword.
That's fucking cool. Afterwards,
Once per day, by the way.
Thank you. Afterwards, Navarre would do a few things. They would go back to Lozu's house where they live, have a cup of tea with them, sit, talk about the city. They would find Felix and Torlin and try and work out something with the deal to go adventuring through hell. And then perhaps maybe a day or two later, they'd find Lucretia stand outside the doorway, very awkwardly yell in Celestial, you want to go on a date sometime? You know, after we're done saving the world? Just curious. You don't have to say no or yes or bye. I don't know. Bye. And then would scamper off home.
Can I respond?
I'm
Because
going
Lucretia-
no, I'm going to leave that as a cliffhanger, because if people would ever want to know if Lucretia and Navarre went on a date, they would have to come back for season 2.
Fair.
Felix.
Well, I'm first going to ask Lozu to teach me a little bit more about that book that I gave him. And while doing that, doing my own independent research, first off, learning how to read Common properly, not just Torlim's version. And research into the layers of hell, mostly in how to survive them, and organizing to go down there.
Good. Torlin.
2 things. The first thing Torlin will do is basically hide that shield. After checking that it's probably fairly indestructible, he will actually hide it in the back of the furnace where people will look for it. For time being, because I'm not walking around with a demonic artifact or whatever it is, cross Baldur's Gate.
It's also really gold and really shiny. You're going to get mad.
That's true. And I will don my vigilante clothes, and I will contact all my people now that probably, I assume, the gates are open again, and I will warn them.
Kor'train, you're now in charge of the city. Are the gates open?
Yes, they are.
There we go.
Excellent. I will warn them. Do not trust the Flaming Fist. Keep your heads down and prepare. This might go really good for us or really bad. I will let them know that I'm on a quest to prevent some evil, that's the words I'm using, of destroying the city. But once I'm done, I will return and we will see how those things will turn out. Because this city belongs to the people, not to nobles or some mercenary thugs. Also, when I return, we will destroy the syndicate once and for all. And if Kor'train and the Fists want to stand in the people's way, that's what guillotines are for. And then I will do my utmost to prepare to leave with Felix on the quest. That's the second.
And on the night before you set out to go to Candlekeep, you settle down for your various meditations and trances and sleep. And in your dream, you dream of a wasteland, dry and parched. You see Lady Vanthampur, Amric Vanthampur, Thurstwell Vanthampur, and behind them, fiery wings and eyes that glow like vengeance that bore into the back of your skull. You feel hot. You sear. And you wake up in a cold sweat, knowing that your task is not yet done. And with that, we are going to end Season 1, Baldur's Gate Descent into Avernus.
Yeah.
Yo!
We did it.
Yes.
So proud of you. Right, I need to take these off because I can't move my head. Oh, there we go.
We did it.
And you managed a triple cross. Congratulations.
I really did. It was great.
Kor'train! Nice.
Kor'train.
Kor'train, you betrayed the party and then you betrayed the DM.
Pro. That's why you're a pro.
That's why your name is Pro Drama.
Pro drama. Man, I didn't think that would work, but
There were far too many moving pieces on that board. I should have planned a multi-combat. But oh goodness, we did it! Season 1. We are
did it.
going to be back for season 2 in a month. I need some time to go plan things. I've got a sentient sword to start. A sentient shield.
Shield.
Start messing with the party and all sorts. But this has been a blast. You have been an absolute joy to DM for. You always make my Mondays. I need to get myself a duck at Kor'train. Just to let everyone know that this is Kor'train's last session with us.
No.
Yeah, Kor'train's going to uni. He's going to go become a student and do all the uni stuff.
I can teach you all you need to know. Just stay.
but you could also just do that as well.
But you are always welcome back here at this table. We might get you to come back to do a cameo or two.
Yeah, the Lord of Baldur's Gate will come back.
I know.
It's worked out
So
great for
good.
me.
Yeah, so good. You really climbed the ranks. Your mum is so proud.
I know. I always knew it. I always knew.
It's the first thing you do is buy her a big house. I need to know. Awesome. I love it. So yeah, this has been it. And before we go, let's do highlights. Just general highlights, whether it's from today or just in general. Or you want to pay a compliment. It's free for all today. So just go for it. Before we break for a month.
I loved everyone's just throughout this seasons, everyone's face journeys, just everyone's like shock or horror or excitement, random musical intros they had. Yeah, so just like just playing in this group was just the highlights. It was really fun.
Yeah, it's been so nice. Anyone else? It's open floor. I'm not going to make you do the nose thing today.
I really, really, really enjoyed the connections between the characters. I had a lot. I said it, I think, in the first or second session, how much I enjoyed the process of building the characters, their connections with you, and it paid off so much. On the one hand, people's connections evolved a lot. But on the other hand, we had never had this problem where the group was completely falling apart or anything. Instead, it became tighter and tighter, like in a really good, show as it is, where basically more and more things were added. So I'm really looking forward to see where things are going. Take good care of my city.
My city, yes.
Anyone else?
I loved seeing characters that I thought I understood where they were and what they were doing grow and change and also reveal themselves to be more complicated than they were at first glance. There's a few in particular. Felix was one that really did not know where that was going, and every time we found something else, I loved Felix even more.
Chaos.
Yeah. And I love that this was a wholesome game in descend into Avernus. We found love and friendship and family. That's not, and nothing's gonna go wrong in the next season.
No.
You say this, but I'm gonna get my DM hat on, and maybe
boy.
hit up Pro for some like, hey, I need some twists. Like, come consult me.
Get a knife.
How can we mess with them? Yeah, no, I loved it. Anyone else?
Well, speaking of DM hats, the DM wearing the hat this entire campaign has been a joy to play with, but also a joy to just watch how you populate the city with some of the most eccentric characters. To find in, a dungeon to the Dead 3, a Sphinx kitten was, one, amazing, but two, has been probably one of my most favorite NPC relationships with the party, because it wasn't as if one or two people took to Juliet, but like everyone was just like, yes, your majesty.
We knew our place.
By the way, you're all level 5, and if anyone wants to multi-class into Warlock, I do have the Pact of the Sixth Kitten to go over with you, so we can talk about that in the next month. So that is totally a thing, and you can grow this pact to have a pact with Yannette, who is far more powerful, as you can see. But you won't be seeing much of her for now. We'll say she was something special. She's not gonna be your ace in your hole, your Zolma God Shield that can just bail you out of really difficult battles. I just wanted this really big explosive battle, and I was just like, yeah, this is gonna kill them. Yes, let's do this. And I did set triggers. I did set triggers for these NPCs turning up. And for some reason, Navarre, you ended up hitting both of them at once.
Whoops.
And I was just like, oh, okay.
It would have been funny if we all died and then Navarre was just the one left by themselves, not doing any of the triggers.
That could have also happened.
I
It
am
was a
a
risk I was willing to take.
I'm astonished, actually, that you banked on me drawing that rapier, because that is not something Navarre's ever done.
I know it was something really risky, and I was just like, but it's the final battle. It was just one of those things that you just take a gamble on. And then I was going to be really disappointed if it didn't happen, but I was going to go after her. Like, I'm really sorry, your aunt was going to turn up, but there was a trigger and you didn't do it. I'm really sorry. Right, yes. Felix?
I'm just here for the Luvar ship. Like, that's been the entire thing. Like, I mean, there's story, there's plot, there's adorable kittens, but yeah, ship. That's yeah.
All aboard the SS Luvar.
Yes,
Oh,
everything is
Lord.
terrible and on fire, but look, adorable.
As for me, rounding quickly off.
Oh, I was going to say something, but
Oh yeah, sorry, Navarre.
And we
please,
forgot
Navarre.
Torlin, I think.
No, Torlin went.
The Torlin talk. I'm
Yeah.
I
sorry,
went.
I'm insisting in like 3 time zones because I haven't slept. But
It's okay. Please,
Um,
Navarre, I'm sorry I forgot about you.
no, it's okay. One of my favorite things actually was seeing how accidentally Felix, Kor'train, and Navarre's backstories collided with each other in ways that nobody's seen yet, and I can't wait for that to like show back up. But also, sorry, I'm really fucking tired, so I'm like trying to collate words. Nin said something a little while ago about Navarre that really struck kind of like home to me, is that Navarre doesn't know how to really have friends. And neither do I sometimes. But like playing with you guys, watching all of your characters grow and all the character development, one of my favorite things has been seeing like how human you guys are and how much you engage emotionally with the world around you and with each other. It's not just been like an every free-for-all for themselves. It's like everybody has been so invested in everybody else's plot threads and character development, and there's so much imagination and love behind every single one of your characters, and that is really fucking cool. So also, DM, I hate love you. It's the best compliment I can give you because
I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll get it on a t-shirt.
Hate love you.
Yeah, Rune hate loves me, and I'm here for it. Just some from the chat. Lucy says the triple agent, baby sphinxes, fireball paladins, shipping dates, and more descending into Avernus. Devils, I'm going to rewatch things when you get a chance, which you can on our YouTube. And then Tale of Two Wolves says, I really like the diversity of the players. Reminds me of the Star Trek crew. And yes, that's one thing that I have enjoyed is just we're all from all walks of life, whether we're in the States or in the UK or Europe or all the way in New Zealand. I'm imagining it's like 7 a.m. there.
Oh, yeah.
And I really appreciate all your dedication and hard work and everything you've put into this, because I really feel like I've done very little. I feel like you have taught me so much as a DM. You've taught me how to be fun. You've taught me how to lean into the whimsy because you can't fight it. You've taught me better ways to prep, because to handle so many of you and so many interesting plot hooks and making sure that I provide those opportunities, I needed to prep better. So you've just improved me as a DM, and I'm so grateful for this and the journey and just the Monday evenings that I get to spend with you. So even though we've been off for a month, and now we're going off for a month again, I'm gonna miss you Mondays, but I know we're gonna talk because we've got so much planning to do, and I can't wait. And yes, anything from me to say about the channel? There is no Waterdeep Dragon Heist this weekend. Waterdeep Dungeon of the Madmaid this weekend. A special announcement will be coming out either tomorrow or Wednesday about that, so stay tuned. And of course, Date with Death will be back
Wednesday?
next week, Wednesday. Thank you very much. And last but certainly not least, Ulara, DM'd by DM Tolly, is coming very soon. Someone's in it that's here. I can 3 guesses who. It is insane. I personally can't wait to just sit back and watch it and just show run for them. The stuff I've seen looks insane and crazy, and it's just literally more on fire, in trouble, whimsy, while the world burns around you. So I can't wait for that. And that's coming really soon. Watch our Twitter for the announcement. But just quickly, we are sponsored by VZ3D, whose link you can find in the bottom. You get 12% off with Goldhart Fan Art coupon. And also we have a Tiltify, which I'm going to drop the link one more time in case you miss it, because Black Lives Matter. Now, I am extremely tired. This is very late, so I'm sure my party is late. We're going to have a proper wind down where we just chill with each other, enjoy the credits, and we'll see you real soon. Good night.